4644.
Other dealers run a trick play on you? Come to Bayou Ford and score savings like $10,000 off the new 24 Ford F-150.
Bayou Ford has $10,000 off the new 2024 Ford F-150 truck, plus 4.9% for 72 months. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a complimentary extended warranty, and when we make a deal, we'll pay your trade-off regardless of what you owe.
Shop BayouFord.com or visit us just off I-10 in the Plaza. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you. 10,000 dealer discount, WAC Ford credit, stock number F4197.
When it comes to building and property inspections in Southeast Louisiana, go with the certified experts, Avid Inspection Specialists. From homes to businesses, or mold, lead, or asbestos inspections, they have the latest technology to give you peace of mind. Avid Inspection Specialists. Visit avidspecialists.com.
Insurance companies have teams of professionals to fight your claim. If you want to know what your case is really worth, I'm Spencer Callahan. I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7970.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Friday, September 27th. Today in Baton Rouge, expect sunny skies with a high of 89 in hour one of today's show. We'll recap the Thursday night football game between Cowboys-Giants. We'll look ahead to the top NFL games of Week 4, and we'll talk some LSU recruiting news as well. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert. Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
They said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
What up, y'all? Welcome in. It is Friday, and it's time for some Off the Bench. That's right, baby. Weekend's here. I hope you're ready to have a great weekend, guys. I know we are here on OTB. Gonna do some final passes at the games coming up this weekend, and whatnot, and have fun, and it's Friday. You know the show.
You've been warned.
Yeah, exactly, right. You know the show. A lot of the serious talk is kind of in the barn up at this point. The hay is in the barn, if you will. And now we're ready to go enjoy the next 72 hours. Beautiful scooch in the air.
Yeah,
maybe even a dollop. Enjoy it. Enjoy it while it lasts. I haven't looked into any extended things. I'm sure it's another false fall. We're not quite there yet. But, hey. Feels great outside this morning, for sure. And definitely everybody, obviously dealing with the storm. Hope that all ends up okay as well. I'm T-Bob Hebert, Jake Hester next to me, Alondra Villarreal, and Taylor Schupp behind the glass. What's up, team?
Let's give a round of applause. Snaps got to 25,000.
Yeah, we made it by the end of the month. That was the goal. I still got to do some sort of celebration video or something. Aaron's in town, actually. He got in yesterday, but it kind of sucks. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to hang out or not at all.
Well, I know he's got some plans on the links.
Yeah, I know. He's a little golf hoe.
I was sending him in the right direction because he said he needed some practice before said round.
Yeah. And, he's a little fancy boy, so send him over there to CCOL so he can be amongst his people. Yeah. No, I know. Kids were there. We'll see. But, yeah, 25K. Very excited, guys. If you watch the show, thank you for the support. Onward and upward to here. If we get 40 by the end of the season, that would be absolutely massive. But we'll see because they
think
officially
44. I like the number 44 better.
We've officially been shut down on our film reviews. It's unbelievable.
What do you mean?
We're not allowed to do them. And it's not the studio that licenses the footages. It's like the colleges that apparently are pushing back on it. I don't know. I feel like trying to break down college football film publicly, you're like somebody trying to translate the Bible into English back in the 1600s. Like these coaches or administrators, whoever they are, they're so precious with their footage. It's like they want to keep it in Latin so the common person cannot be educated. They want to keep you in the dark so that they can retain all the power and call you idiots and say you don't know what you're talking about. They don't want you to explain what they're talking about.
I feel like I see people do it all the time.
Not on college.
I guess maybe so.
NFL you can, because literally anybody can buy an NFL Plus subscription, and on Tuesday you have all the All-22.
Yeah.
But it's just like college coaches are so
it's the only
paranoid.
reason I pay for it. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like college coaches are so paranoid about like people watching practice. You know?
Yeah.
Like in the NFL, people are. It's public. Anybody can go during camp. It really pisses me off, and I think it's really stupid and absurd. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Here's to hoping maybe one day that'll change, or I've got a couple sneaky plans that I would potentially want to try, but I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see. But it's still a fun college football show. You should check it out. Just Google Snap CFP, and you'll find it. But yeah, I see you.
Somebody must have snitched on y'all like they snitched on us back in the day.
Yeah, the Big Ten did at first.
Oh, with the Big Ten. So, like even on SiriusXM, you know, we have an SEC and a Big Ten channel. Like the SEC and Commissioner Sankey's great. Like whatever kind of we wanted to do, like they were behind it and supported us. If we did anything outside of the lines, I mean anything fun, you know, maybe somewhat critical, Big Ten immediately reaches out.
Yeah,
it's
they're like
remember
fat,
the Titans, no fun, sir.
They're like fat, lecherous priests who are used to just getting all their tributes from the town and taking advantage of the common people. And they just want to sit up there in their thrones as they try to keep the masses ignorant so they can claim superiority over you. Well, just call me Guggenheim. Who made the printing press? We'll call him Guggenheim in honor of our guy from Nichols. Just call me Guggenheim, okay? Because I'm out here trying to spread information to the masses, and we will one day break that yoke of oppression. Call it the universities in question. It wasn't even university. It's the literal Big Ten. It was not even universities. It was the Big Ten that put a stop to it. Mm-hmm. And then we went through correct channels. After that, asking. The company with the film was cool. Seemed like the SEC was cool for a minute. And then they came back and said something about the schools not being cool with it because they liked. I don't know. Just pathetic all around.
Well, probably because of all the plus subscriptions too through the different schools. I'm sure that's something like, hey, we actually want to show that footage on our Oklahoma Plus.
That's what I'm saying. So then release it and we'll buy it.
Right.
You know, and then show that way. And we weren't even monetizing the videos either. So I don't know. F them all. But hey, if you want to come join the Snaps pirate ship, we are more than welcome. Okay, we're just out here grinding at the fore of college football YouTube. It is a lot of fun. Imagine Big Ten feeling threatened by Tebow. That's right. I'm declaring war straight up on that nerd ass, loser ass, lecherous ass child. Well, no, I won't say that. Whatever. They're just they made me angry. They made me angry. Also, you kind of suck. Okay, you don't have that many good teams. You know, like I like some of your teams. I love what Bert's doing. I like Nebraska, but you guys are freaking nerds.
Bert would let us break down the film.
Hell yeah, Bert would let you break down the film. You kidding me?
Yeah, it's just power.
Bert would have a beer with you while you broke down the film.
Yeah.
He would encourage you to. He's not trying to keep the masses ignorant. Bert is a champion of the people. Mm-hmm. So is Matt Rule. Dan Lanning doesn't care.
This has James Franklin written all over it.
It does kind of have James Franklin written all over it, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. Even though I'm not even going to do that to James because I know it was not any individual school or anything like that. Anyway, guys, thank you for that, Jake. Very kind. Yeah. Also listen to Sirius XM 84 off campus every afternoon, 2 to 5. All right, so we'll get our final predictions today. Like I said, Brian Kelly talked to the media yesterday. You all listen to it, Taylor? Delandra, I didn't think there was – I don't think there's really anything worse. But pretty run-of-the-mill. If I was to just sum it up, I would say this. As far as injuries goes, Alexander questionable, still in concussion protocol. Chris Hilton probable. Again, though, they said they're trying to bring him back after an extended period off, and so that'll be a kind of game-time decision. It is interesting because it's a bit different than last week when he kind of said that he expected him to be 100% by this week, but we will see there. As far as Harold Perkins goes, he kind of said, it's awful, but you have to keep moving forward, and the team has done so, and basically highlighting Whit Weeks as a guy who's also hyper-athletic and is going to be asked to make up for a lot of that absence. And then probably my favorite answer had to do with the defensive back, Jake, where it's very clear, what do you want to see from the defensive backs? And it was just play with better leverage. If you have outside leverage, play the outside. If you have inside leverage, play the inside. And that is exactly what we're talking about. And it's something that I mentioned on Scona T last night is one thing I do like about this team right now is there are very clear areas in which to improve, as opposed to last year where defensively things felt so broken that you're like, I don't know what to – like when I'm analyzing, I don't know what to say to improve because I don't know what the coverage was. I can't tell what it was. I can't tell who was supposed to be where doing what. And like nobody's playing their assignment. Nobody's playing with good technique. Again, at least this year, it's like I can say, okay, this was a single high man coverage and the cornerback was just a little too soft and gave him the inside a little too easy. So let's challenge that a little bit. And like that is something that Brian Kelly's continued to harp on.
Yeah, we would watch tape last year, and you're exactly right. And I feel like I know coverages pretty well, and I know Matt Flynn knows coverages pretty well. And I'd sit there and I'd watch it, and I'd be like, "What is it? I'm not sure what that is. Like, is that something? Is that something new? Because it didn't work." And I'd send it to Flynn, be like, "Hey, what do you see here?" He'd be like, "A lot of gibberish, a lot of nothing." And so, yeah, you're not in that situation now. You still have some deficiencies as far as your depth and different things like T-Bob's talking about, but and even small things like leverage, because the middle of the field's been used against you, and it's been because you've had the wrong leverage. You've had outside leverage. You got to kick inside. You got to be able to take that away, trust your speed. If something happens on the outside, push him to the outside, push him to the sideline, and those are things that you can get fixed. Like there is things on this tape, on this film, that you see as a collective unit that you just didn't see a year ago. And so they've gotten the edge rushers certainly figured out. The linebacker play's been better over the last couple of weeks, and now the back end is kind of that one that you want to continue to improve on. This is never going to be a top 3 SEC defense.
No.
But this defense can be good enough to play complementary football with a really good offense.
And it can be really good in the future.
Yes.
With combined better recruiting, more recruiting portal coming in, but then also 5 freshmen playing on the field at one time last week. That hurts in the short term. That bodes very well for the long term. And if you're one of these cornerbacks, and like Jake said, you got to play your leverage correctly. And if something happens on that side, well, thank God you're not going against Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
Because I witnessed just a true. I mean, bring up the highlight, Taylor. If you search Malik Neighbors on Twitter, it's very easy to find. I witnessed a soul snatching last night, Jake, so extreme that I don't know when's the last time that I've seen something like this. Just an unreal route by Malik Neighbors at the beginning of last night's Thursday night football game, in which it wasn't just like a jab step inside. He's so quick. He moves, he flips his entire hips, turns his entire body inside, but has perfect footwork so that he never actually commits inside, and then he just continues up the sideline. And the DB is lucky he didn't fall over. But I mean, he ran about 10 yards inside. Oh my God, dude, had to catch himself with his hand. Absolutely brutal.
I mean,
that's one of the best routes you'll ever see. Full stop.
Malik is I put it out there last night, just a certified dog. Like if the ball's in the air and he gets his hands on it, I mean, he is going to be the one that comes down with it. Unfortunately, he did get a concussion last night on the last play that he was in. It was about to be another great catch, toe tapping, hits the ground, and his head hits the turf. And so, unfortunately, going to be in concussion protocol. But he did this, multiple times. He's so good. He's that receiver that's so good that, like, the DBs don't even talk trash to him anymore. Like, they're joking with him.
Yeah.
Like, they're in the game.
Did you see Myles Garrett give him love last week?
Oh, yes. When he got hurt, CD Lamb came over there to check with him. I think people just appreciate and respect the way he plays football.
Also, that Myles Garrett video, my God, Myles Garrett's big.
Yeah, large.
That is one of the scary. If I had to block him, I'm not too proud to say it. I think I'd piss down my leg. I think I might actually piss myself a little bit.
Moment's too big.
Yeah,
he down your leg.
I would absolutely end up on Go 30's film review if I had to try to block Myles Garrett. So William Anthony says, Jay Thornton says Malik's already a top 5 wide receiver in the league. Actually, statistically, even better. Malik leads the NFL in targets, receptions, yards, and is tied for the lead in touchdowns. Yeah. All wide receivers already. With Danny Dimes.
Yeah, Daniel Jones is his quarterback.
As his quarterback.
God,
Marvin
he didn't play awful last night, but there was 3 passes that old Danny Dimes underthrew that could have been game changers.
How about this? They scored 15 points.
I know. If he throws the one to Slayton in the fourth quarter with any kind of air under it, and it's like a 45-yard throw, the Giants win the game. He underthrows him. He tries to come back, and Cowboys aren't good either.
I was going to say, like, the Cowboys,
their pass rush isn't there, and that was a strong suit for them. They're lucky they played a bad team in the Giants.
Defend yourself.
It was just the fact that the Giants were actually in the game to me that I'm like.
Well, the NFL, though, I feel like you're almost always going to be in the game. But you're right. I think the Giants in the NFL terms are a bad team. And we thought the Cowboys were really good. Maybe the Cowboys are just all right. Or even bad.
I don't think they're good.
Taylor?
I don't think they're good either. And, when Micah Parsons in and out of the lineup, he hadn't been healthy all year long.
You know why?
Why?
Why? He's podcasting.
Okay. And then DeMarcus Lawrence, he's been banged up a little bit. The team's in trouble, man.
Parsons left on a cart.
Yeah,
last night.
Aubrey even missed a kick last night.
Brandon Aubrey is human.
What's going on?
I was telling you, Victoria was like, Taylor, Brandon Aubrey missed the kick. I was like, I'm not even mad at him. I was like, he never misses kicks.
You got your wife talking trash about your team.
That's the first.
She even hates the Cowboys.
That's how obsessed Taylor is. I don't think she was talking trash. I think she was like breaking.
She was letting me know.
She was like breaking like bad news the same way you'd be like, Taylor, like your cousin got in a car accident. She's like, Taylor, I don't know how to tell you this. Brandon Aubrey missed a 50-plus yarder.
Hey, first one in his
Taylor
career,
fell to his knees in his kitchen.
Look, imagine your kicker missing a kick. Couldn't be me. Dicker the kicker. Perfect on the year.
Oh, you got Cameron Dicker?
Yeah.
Shout out.
Brandon's 12 for 13. I ain't mad at it.
That is the
Groupie's 7 or 7 too.
Oh my God, why am I blanking? What's our guy's name? I've interviewed him before on Snaps. Actually, he's a great dude. The guy that only emerges for CBS football season and March Madness. The studio host. Don't see him any other time during the year. Man, nobody knows what I'm talking about.
For what coverage?
CBS. He's in the studio. And he had a call back today. Cameron Dicker, the freshman kicker. It was a really good call. I don't know. Nobody remembers what I'm talking about.
No.
Nobody knows. I'm going to
Greg Gumbel?
No, not Greg Gumbel. All right, let's do this then.
That's who I think of in March Madness coverage.
Coming up next, he's main. I mainly think. Zucker.
Right? Mark?
What?
Mark Zucker?
Brad?
I
think Brad.
I was thinking Brent. We're kind of all over the place here.
Nobody knows
who you're
his first
talking
name,
about.
apparently.
All right, whatever. Let's when we get back, let's start to talk some of the NFL games over the weekend. And we mentioned Dave Portnoy and that NIL initiative. Could it threaten LSU and Bryce Underwood? Coming up next here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
Zucker, Adam Zucker, guys.
Yeah, right there on tip of our tongue.
Right? No, you know what I'm talking about, though.
Yes.
That's Mark. I meant Adam, though.
He's got like a scratchy voice a little bit.
Great voice. Yeah. He's been doing it for 15 years. Or makes really good money. I just feel like you don't see him the rest of the year, except for on Saturdays doing studio updates. And he's a great dude.
Right.
Shout out to him.
Yeah. So Greg Gumbel, too.
He's a huge disc golf fan. He's actually the reason why I follow a lot of professional disc golf. Twitter accounts.
All right, you got to come back to that.
Go to Community Steel Company, communitysteelco.com. Community Steel Company is your local steel expert. You need purlin, tubing, roofing, sheet metal, steel buildings, trim, anything. It's all there for you in Gonzales, Louisiana at Community Steel. The best prices, live and local human sales team. So, look, you got a big commercial project. You want Community Steel Company.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has back-to-school savings like $16,000 off 25 Ram 1500 trucks. We're open for business in our beautiful new showroom and taking $16,000 off. All new Bayou vehicles come with a complimentary extended warranty. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
When it comes to ending cancer, we push forward, always working together for you. That's why our cancer experts at Ochsner have clinically integrated with MD Anderson Cancer Center. This means advanced cancer care, including access to life-saving clinical trials and integrating care to treat the whole you. Introducing Ochsner.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Yeah, baby. Turn it up, Alondra.
I hear you, Santana.
I hear you whispering words to melt everyone, but you stay so cool.
T-Bob, I got a quick question
How's
for you.
How's it possible to feel like you're grinding with a guitar? Because that's what this song feels like. I feel that
I feel like a lot of people feel like they do that with the guitar. So you said Aaron's in town, right?
Yeah.
He's going on whatever Cole and Greg's show's called in Birmingham.
What?
What's it called? Cubes and Mac or Mac and
Mac
Cubes?
and Cube?
Mac and Cube. I couldn't remember which one was first. Over there on Jocks, they do a great job. But 8 o'clock, Aaron Murray, guest. He's promoting it. And Your co-host is in town, in the city.
I know.
And we can't get him up here?
He told me his meetings or something.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Hey, Taylor, how quickly can you turn around a clip? Like if you were to film this and I wanted you to send it to me to send to him?
Pretty quickly. I can just video it and text it to you.
Well, then come in here. Come in here. Come in here. Come in here, right here. Put the camera in. Hey, Aaron. Hey, bud. We just hit 25K subscribers. You're here in Baton Rouge. I got you hooked up at the Country Club of Louisiana. I do a morning show. I'm texting you about the morning show last night. And now I just learned that you're going on Mac and Cube at 8 a.m. and I couldn't get you up here in the studio. Okay. Okay, we are going to have some very serious talks after the show today. Okay? Okay. I'll talk. You look at you. Look. I'm looking at you. Okay? Send me that video.
Thank God, I used to host shows there and on SEC Today too. Like, you think you get a little bump from that.
Pathetic.
Nope.
Pathetic.
You just go hit your wagon to a guy that played at Auburn in Alabama. That's fine.
I'm kind of in a ragey mood today as well. So this is just adding to my. It's like what I was talking to y'all about the show before. Like, does cost ever actually go down? Like, do costs ever go backwards?
Yeah, you asked that question this morning. Like, does the cost of living ever go back down? I feel like in somebody that's a little bit older than us. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like it did in the 90s at one point. I feel like I remember my parents talking about it.
I feel like an economy can get better and like wages can rise. Not that we ever see them rise or have. I mean, the wealth disparities it's actually worse than it was back in the barren, the industrial barren days. I know that from a wealth disparity standpoint, generally it takes them like a world war to reset it. But I'm wondering like. Because cost of living is insane right now. It's absolutely insane. And it's happened. Imagine this, right? It's like during COVID, everybody's getting free money. And we're like, isn't this like, I don't know anything about economics, but like, won't there be kind of a weird tail effect on this? And well, sure enough, here we are. But like, I don't think I've ever seen in my life prices go down.
I mean, you've seen gas prices go down.
I've seen gas prices fluctuate.
Yeah.
I've seen gas prices fluctuate. That is true. That is true. But I'm talking about, have you ever bought a $10 sandwich and gone in and it was $8? Ever? I cannot think so. No. I've seen double cheeseburgers go from 99 cents to $2.10.
Yeah.
They're like $3 something now.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is like, are we just screwed?
Yeah.
Like forever?
No, yeah.
Like I get interest rates could go down. It's been easier to borrow money, blah, blah, blah. But like, we're just all going to continue to get our pay cut?
Yeah.
As our jobs refuse to raise our wages and everything just becomes more expensive around us?
I think Bo Wilson in the chat says it well here. If you have deflation, there's a good chance that you're in a bad recession.
Yeah. So, I mean, so what's going to happen?
I mean, I thought we were already in a recession.
But even, okay, so let's say, like you were talking about interest rates and all, let's say everything still goes down and everything is now cheaper again to make. Why would companies drop their prices if you already bought it for what it was? Why would they intentionally drop it?
That's what I'm saying.
So they're never going to do that.
That's what I'm saying, right? It's like, and Eric says, like, dude, just run for office. Again, I don't even think this has anything to do with politics. I think everything in politics is beholden to corporate money, and corporate money is about the eternal cult of growth. And you have to make more money. It's how a corporation works, right? Its entire existence is continue to make more money. And
what got you, like, what was the one thing that you're like, this is a step too far?
I know, because you came in this morning.
Something was too expensive.
It's been the last 2 months of my life.
Right.
Yeah.
But was there something that put you over the top?
No, it's just everything. It's just a constant economic anxiety hanging over your head everywhere you go and watching day by day everything get more expensive. And then hearing stupid commercials about price gouging. These are not corporations just raising prices for no reason. Like the same mom and pop shops that I love that are now having to raise their prices are not doing so because they're trying to take advantage of me. There's larger factors in play here. And guess what? When uber rich people, uber rich corporations want to get more money, they have to continue to gobble more market up, and prices have to go up, and so that they can make more money. And it's like, if your wages don't rise accordingly, you just get left in the dust. And then again, it's getting so extreme. It's easily the most extreme I've ever felt in my adult life. And I'm just wondering, how can you put the toothpaste back in the tube? You can't. So are we just screwed forever?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't know. I don't know what you want us to say. We are.
I don't know what I want to say. I mean, I don't think y'all know. I don't think anybody knows. I think you have you could talk to an expert economist who will tell you that no, this is actually good, and then expert economist, no, this is actually bad. And
that's why you put a 10% basically tax on football tickets to pay student athletes.
And I mean, look, and that's so indicative of the type of policies that piss me off more than anything. Like Louisiana and our ridiculous amount of corporate welfare that we get into, and then when we need to raise money because we're facing a fiscal cliff, let's do a gas tax. Tax tobacco some more. Let's reach more into the pockets of our citizens who make less money than any other state in the entire country. And then let's worry about putting a live tiger in the state. I'm getting a second tiger because I'm a freaking idiot. I cannot fathom an elected official sitting here spending 5 minutes of brain power talking about and I don't care about the tiger. I'm not even coming at it from a PETA standpoint or anything. I don't care about the tiger. If you are an elected official and you spend more than 5 minutes debating or arguing or discussing the need for a second tiger at LSU football games, F you. You do not deserve to be where you are. You're a complete idiot, and you are so indicative of why our state is a laughingstock. My bad, dude. My bad, dude. And I love all the idiots in chat that like, keep voting this way, keep voting that way. As if it hasn't been like our entire lives this has been happening under, like, I don't know. It's absolutely absurd. And hey, guess what, guys? Here's the truth about voting. If people are happy with their money, you're going to get reelected. If they're not, you're not going to. It's not that freaking hard. Like that's like, what are you talking about? That's easy. That's why you're probably going to see a switch in the White House, because around the country, people are very unhappy about their money. I don't know. I told you guys, I'm feeling feisty this morning. I'm sorry. And you know what else pisses me off? I'm pissed off at what South Alabama did to Natchitoches. That's Bush League, and there was no freaking need for that, okay?
That's right.
The Demons are struggling right now, okay? The program's down. NIL's everywhere. They can't raise any money. And here comes Minor Banana Black and the Jaguars, and they want to put up 87? Why? Because you got embarrassed by North Texas? You freaking bum? Good. You're going to learn Saturday night in Death Valley. Little revenge tour, South Alabama. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Dude, putting up 87 just because you got embarrassed the first 2 weeks. I hope LSU freaking breaks you. I want LSU like Bane did to Batman. I want to lift you over my head and snap your vertebrae over my knee. South Alabama. And I'm pissed at the Big Ten still, too, obviously.
And Aaron.
And Aaron. Even my own. Yeah. I'm just like a thorny little porcupine today. You know? Not porcupine. Porcupine. Because I'm kind of chunky. Imagine that cute little piglet with quills on it. Because that's basically what I am. And the Falcons. I mean, come on. And your boy, Jake, Kirk Cousins. Get the hell out of here.
Kirk Thuggins.
Bum ass system quarterback. Look at Sam Darnold. MVP. Okay? We should actually argue that Kirk Cousins was dragging the Vikings down. Now they're finally freed from Kirko Lame's tyranny, and they're thriving. Undefeated. Sam Darnold, NFL MVP. Jets, finally happy again. Adam Thielen's watching from afar and just crying. Well, not really, because now he's got Andy Dalton, so he's happy. But still, he was crying.
I think he's hurt.
He got hurt. Hurt. But he caught a touchdown before he got hurt.
Yeah, he did.
And then I got freaking Condon tweeting me stupid-ass stuff. Oh, man. Jay Thornton says T-Bob's pissed at QB1 big league in him, and he's taking it out on the economy. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I guess if y'all are asking for a specific trigger point, the coffee I had to buy this morning was just absolutely too ridiculous. Because I freaking broke my cold brew concentrate thing at home, so I had to buy coffee, and it was like just absolutely absurd. Anyway, what were we supposed to talk about here?
I have no idea.
Oh, Dave Portnoy and Bryce Underwood.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, good. Because that's pissing me off, too. So how about this? Coming up next, we'll get into how Dave Portnoy may threaten your number one ranked quarterback in the entire country here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
Go to trashrangers.com. Trashrangers.com. The local guys, the good guys, okay? Again, unlike these national punks that are going to, keep the trash here but take the profits out. Trash Rangers local, they give a damn, and their profits go back into the community through little league teams, churches, philanthropic endeavors. So make the switch today, whether it's residential or you're a business, you need front load dumpsters emptied up to 6 days a week, flexible scheduling, roll-off dumpsters. We got you at trashrangers.com.
Go to the brand new website. Like T-Bob said, you can drop the LLC, just trashrangers.com, and you can sign up for residential service, commercial service. You can sign up for that roll-off dumpster, 3 different sizes to choose from. You call them, let them know what you've got as far as your project at your home or business, and they tell you what size you need, and it is going to be hassle-free. Go to the website today, trashrangers.com.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your number one park system in the nation.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. All right. Cronin says you can't print money and drastically raise wages without seeing a massive spike in cost of living inflation. Yeah, no duh. That's why I mentioned the wealth gap, wealth disparity, but whatever. Speaking of the haves and have-nots, Dave Portnoy would definitely fall into the haves. Again, probably the most genius move we've ever seen. Sells his company for $500 million, gets it back for $0. I mean, heady-ass play by Dave. Good on you, mate. But he came out the other day and talked about how, look, I am committed in the NIL space to guaranteeing that we get a quarterback. I'll pay $1 to $3 million every year to give the Michigan Wolverines a quarterback. And credit to Death Valley Voice, who raised an interesting question, Jake. Obviously, so much of LSU right now is committed to Bryce Underwood, right? And this quarterback pipeline that the Tigers have now established. We just saw it on Monday Night Football. Garrett Nussmeier is your reigning SEC Offensive Player of the Week. He's been awesome all year long. And Cam Underwood is kind of being painted as the heir apparent, right? Have we ever seen a number one quarterback in the country committed to LSU? Not that I can remember. Anyway,
was
maybe Russell Shepard or something.
Ryan Perrilloux, maybe.
Okay, yeah, he might have been up there as
maybe.
well. But Underwood has been very firm in his LSU commitment. He's been a lead recruiter in this LSU class. He loves Joe Sloan. But could Dave Portnoy maybe change that if he goes and throws the bag at Bryce Underwood? Potentially, I would say this though, Jake, before we get into, because that's a pure hypothetical. What do you think right now is the best use of money? Is it paying for the number one guy out of high school, or is it paying for the number one guy out of the portal?
Ooh.
Because that's the actual interesting, I think, hypothetical here.
I think position matters. What position it
talking
is.
Quarterback.
If we're just talking quarterback.
Just talking quarterback.
If the portal player has more than one season, I think that is undoubtedly the answer. If the portal player has just one season, I feel different about it. Because if he has multiple, you can bring in a Jaden Daniels and you can be as successful as he was and have multiple years to try to go win something.
Yeah.
If it's just one, it's a little bit different of a conversation because then you become in the every single year we've got to go get one of these guys, and eventually you're going to get somebody that it doesn't match up, doesn't work. That player, what if they get hurt? And you're going to be searching for an answer because if you bring in the one-year guy, the guy who was in line to be the starter is probably going to go in the portal as well. So I think it matters how many years of eligibility they have left because if it's just 1 year, honestly, I would say the high school guy. If it's multiple years, and we're talking about like elite kind of players.
Now, Cam Ward's just 1 year though, right? And I feel you, and I agree, like multiple years would be
and if Cam
more ideal,
right.
like Jaden Daniels.
You'd love to have a Cam Ward. I'm just saying like the stability of it. If Cam Ward went down,
yeah, that's true.
My thought process of Miami
true.
would completely change.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, Miami is the reason why they are suddenly actually championship relevant and so legitimate this year is because of their quarterback play. And Cam Ward's gotten better as well. like Cam Ward's also benefiting from last year at times. He felt like he'd have to put the Wazoo team on his back, and it would push him to some mistakes. Now that he's got a better surrounding cast and a better fighter, he seems to be playing just more efficient, better overall football. So I think the answer for me is actually pretty clear. I think it is almost always going to be I'm going to side with the portal, even though I understand that, like, look, Ia Maliava is a guy that Tennessee paid very early and groomed from the beginning, right? And he came through for them. But for every one of them, we see like a Walker Howard, or, I'm not trying to throw Walker under the bus here, but like, what I shouldn't even say Walker. Look at NFL number 1 draft picks. I mean, these are guys with infinite resources put into them to try to decide whether or not they'll be good. And they still go, like, look at the difference between Bryce Young and CJ Stroud. It's insane. It's really kind of mind blowing. So high school just feels like there's maybe a bit too much of a risk for me to commit all that upfront money, whereas a more firm investment feels like one in which I have more data from which to pull, which would come through the transfer portal. So I actually don't believe that Dave Portnoy will threaten Bryce Underwood. But also, even if he did, I don't really care, man. Would it suck? Sure. But, like, we have so much data now that says to not be worried or never expect your 5-star quarterback to actually finish at your school or even play at your school. It's like well under 50% actually finish at the schools that they started at. So just, like, accept the reality and hope for the best.
Yeah, and I think every position's going to be a little bit different. Like, if I need an offensive lineman, I'm going in the portal. If I need a defensive lineman, I'm going in the portal. I would even say a corner, I'm going in the portal. Like, there's some positions that I do think there's value, even if it is just 1 year. If you absolutely have to have that position, quarterback does kind of change the math a little bit. Some of the positions, that you'd like to build that depth, you still have to do it in high school. I'm talking if you just need one. Like, I need a left guard.
Yeah.
I need a defensive tackle.
Yeah.
Then I think, going to the portal, obviously it's a quick fix, and you can still recruit to that depth because you're going to have multiple bodies that are going to play. So you can still sell it to the freshmen. Hey, you're still going to get your reps. At quarterback, we all know there's one out there. So it's a different conversation for that position. But, I'd like to have multiple years, certainly, if I'm going to have to fill that need of whatever I'm going to have. Like, a 1-year rental's tough. How many schools have we seen right now that are in the 1-year rental? And it's like, now, where does it, Wisconsin, where does it stop? Like, at what point do you go get, somebody that you can count on? Raiola now at Nebraska, but they were 1-year rentals before they got this generational recruit that happened to have family ties. Like, we can go across the country and look at places that they're now, they're in the 1-year rental space, the Auburn Tigers.
I think the ideal is getting a Jackson Dart or an Eli Holstein, where it's a guy who maybe was thought of very highly, for whatever reason did not work out as his original school. And if you still think that, like, you like scouting him, then trying to find that guy that you feel like has potential that you can develop. And it's not that's going to say that you guaranteed 100% hit, but it's kind of like you're saying, Jake, then you get the multiple years. You get some runway with which to work with them. Okay, we got to go to break.
You want to know Ryan Perley was the number 2 quarterback in his class.
I think Russell Shepard was close to number 1.
He might have been. He was the number 2. Ryan Perley was number 10 overall, number 1 in the state. The only quarterback rated ahead of him, Mark Sanchez.
Oh, Marky Sanchez. All right, when we get back, more Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
Go to the Queen of Baton Rouge, guys. Look, we love watching football over there at the Queen, and check it out. You come to our next watch party, guys. We got DraftKings Pinnacle golf balls to give away, DraftKings stainless steel shaker set to give away, a DraftKings USA Interlock canvas duffel to give away, and a DraftKings Ghost Golf magnetic towel. We also got tickets all the time and everything. Look, man, it's so much fun. Sportsbook's awesome. Cash in, cash out, live bets. Whatever you want, it's all there at the Queen of Baton Rouge. All the games, great food, great drinks, great times. The Queen.
Yeah, man, we've had such a good time the last 2 times we've been out there watching Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, whatever it might be. We're going to have multiple times this year that we will be out there. We invite you to come hang out with us in the new DraftKings Sportsbook. Check it out online, thequeenbr.com.
Bayou Ford has the new inventory to get you in a new Ford truck or SUV today, or customize your next vehicle just the way you want it. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a
How quickly will this segment leave the rails? It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Welcome back, guys, to Off the Bench. Wrapping up hour number 1. We got Big Fave. Hello, somebody. Coming with kickoff hour 2 as we will go inside Le Trenches. Hey, how about this, guys? Shout out to the LSU gymnastics team, your defending national champions, as they get a reigning Olympic gold medalist, Hesley Rivera, to commit to LSU. The 16-year-old was on the U.S. women's gymnastics team that just brought home gold from Paris. And she visited LSU, fell in love, and announced her commitment to the Tigers. So shout out to Jay Clark and everybody else on staff for making that happen. Also, there's a very cool post on the SportsCenter Instagram of Livy Dunn and Hesley from when they're younger and they're like little kids, and then from the official visit. It's definitely very cool to see. So LSU gymnastics getting it done. The future looks as bright as the present is, which is very bright.
For all the things that we talk about with NIL and it being, not good for college athletics, this is a case in which if you don't have NIL, this would not happen. So you are getting some athletes that would never compete collegiately, right, in gymnastics, and we've seen it at Auburn. Now we see it at LSU that are gold medal winners because of NIL. Look, you can come and you can continue your career and it can be something where now you go over to the PMAC on a Friday night and you get to see a world champion.
I got to be honest. Whatever happened with the Sluka stuff is what it is. NIL's awesome for college athletics. Like I do not hate at all kids being able to benefit off of their talents. Like they should be able to. This is America.
There was a casino owner, by the way, that did come back and say, "I'll give him the $100,000."
Oh, no way.
I think it was a circus CEO, if I'm not mistaken.
The thing is, I don't think. Yeah, that's one thing that they're probably a little hesitant to get in bed with. Would be the casino NIL money. Can't imagine that's anything to Circa though.
No, gosh, that's one guy at the craps table that night, a high roller.
Exactly. But no, so NIL's awesome. I mean, especially for women's athletics. Like these are women who have been wholly ignored and told, you have no market power. Nobody cares about you, blah, blah, blah. And now we're seeing how ridiculously untrue that is, as they've been some of the biggest beneficiaries. Again, this is America, right? If you love capitalism and free markets, then you want these guys to get what the market will pay them. And that's what's happening. And that's why Hesley Rivera is now bringing her talents down here to Baton Rouge. Love to see it, dude. Love to see it. Oh, look, there it is, Jake. Look at this post. There's Livy and Hesley when they're little kids, which I'm sure like the elite gymnastics pipeline is a very close-knit community.
Yeah.
Coming up when you're at the fore of it, and here they are all grown up at LSU. And by the way, the LSU gymnastics facility, guys, is unfreaking real. It is so nice and so cool. I'm still very embarrassed that I got stuck in the foam pit as an adult man. But I bet you if all of Team OTB was to jump into that foam pit, then nobody could get out alone. Do y'all think you could get out? You think it's just me?
Never seen it, so I don't know.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Do you think you get out? I thought I could. Couldn't do it. Ashley Nat had to fish me out with a stick. Like I was drowning in quicksand like Princess Bride. Big Fave coming up next.
Hello.
Off the bench.
Help me.
You couldn't get out?
Could not. Think you can?
I don't know.
Put it to the test. Yeah, see. It's crazy.
I get that at the bounce houses, you know.
I know, but this is different. It has these slippery slip covers. Can't explain it. I was legitimately stuck.
So it's not actual foam.
It's
foam
under
but
under like these slip covers.
Yeah.
We should go one day film a little foam pit challenge with Team OTB and see who can get out and who can't. You should go to Agatemp Baton Rouge, agatempbr.com. If you want Louisiana's, look, man, any AC, heating, or electrical needs you have, you want to take control of your comfort zone today, you go to Agatemp Baton Rouge, agatempbr.com. You get that service to the highest degree. It's going to blow you away. Go look at the online reviews. Storm season's here, guys. For the future, for this year, you want a whole home generator, Agatemp's the experts, Agatemp of Baton Rouge.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
When it comes to ending cancer, we push forward, always working together for you. That's why our cancer experts at Ochsner have clinically integrated with MD Anderson Cancer Center. This means advanced cancer care, including access to life-saving clinical trials and integrating care to treat the whole you. Introducing Ochsner MD Anderson Cancer Center. Long live you.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Friday, September 27th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 89. In hour 2 of today's show, we'll have Marlon Fave right hop on the show at 8 a.m. Then we'll give our final thoughts for LSU versus South Alabama and Saints versus Falcons. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
They said I got to come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Where they having music?
That was abrupt.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back to OTB.
He's
Hope everybody's
T-Bob.
doing great.
I'm Jake.
For like a minute.
I mean,
me and Jake were talking.
Yeah, we were chatting
Okay,
it up.
I didn't. I mean, you asked. I gave you an answer. I
had
don't
our-
care what
we
y'all
had
were
our-
doing.
We had our mute buttons on. We had
Look, guys, we need to present a
we're spilling
united
the tea,
front here.
okay?
There's too much friction here. Let's go to our guy, Big Fave, to bring us back together. Hello, somebody. Big Fave 504. Check out his music on Spotify, Apple, everything. Check out Inside the Trenches. Big Fave, what's happening?
Hello, somebody. Good morning, fellas.
Good morning, bro. Good morning, bro. Fave, let's head inside the trenches. What did you feel? What were your takeaways from the D-line, from maybe the defense as a whole, last week's UCLA game?
This is what I'll say. I think that we're finally picking up some type of rhythm. The issue is it happens in the second half. So what I'm looking for is this defense to get off to a faster start.
Mm-hmm.
My man Swinson, he balling. St. James, very own. They got the river rat acting a fool. Savion Jones looking like Tyson Jackson out there. I just think that I just think that we are dealing with some things, obviously, with Harold Perkins being out and Guillory being out, but my expectations aren't super high for this defense, y'all, because there's a lot of young players that Dominique McKinley wouldn't be getting no burn. I would redshirt that kid, but you forced to play him. So I think overall the defense is improving, but we're starting off a little too slow.
Why would you redshirt him? And this isn't rhetorical, but it is a position of need. He's kind of back healthy now. Why would you save him?
That's a good question, Hester. I think the main reason I would is for him to develop a little more. Now, he did make some plays in that game, but when we start talking about SEC play, you remember back in the day, when you could play in some non-conference games and it won't count against your eligibility. That's how I would have made the approach with Dominique McKinley, to be quite frank. You know, just because I feel like he still has to develop into a top tier SEC defensive lineman. Will he do that? Absolutely. I do think this kid has tons of potential, but in the same token, we will want to have our veterans healthy.
I think I hard disagree, Fave. I think you're in a really tough spot, and I think this situation where Dominic McKinley is such a talent, it's not like he's going to stay probably for a fifth year anyway if he did redshirt, and you are so light, like Jake said, position need. I think the situation where you throw the big man in the deep end and you let him take his lumps and you see if he can swim.
I'm with you on that. I understand that. I guess my talk is more hypothetical, like as if we could have had a help. So my question is this. If Guillory doesn't get hurt, does Dominique McKinley play?
I think he does, Fave. I think that McKinley was a little slowed in camp at the very end of camp, and I think that's why you didn't see him initially, because I think he'd be ahead of Jalen Lee. I think he'd be ahead of some other guys on the depth chart, and I think McKinley's getting healthy there. So I think Guillory being out, obviously it moved everybody up, but I think McKinley's somebody that if he didn't get slowed in camp, that maybe you'd see him here. So
Kelly did talk about that yesterday, him kind of learning with his health, like you hurt, injured, all that sort of stuff, and how, that set him back.
But, I mean, he's not the only freshman out there. I mean, Ahmad Bro's out there. Basically, he is your starter, and that's somebody that came here as an edge defender and has changed his body to be able to go out there and try to play some defensive tackle.
Now, he plays with really good technique.
Really good technique, Fave. He blows. Ahmad Bro is like one of my most exciting developments of this football season.
We're doing great.
Yeah, no doubt. And I guess where I was leaning at, it has more to do with how we look on Saturday. Like, come on, let's be honest. We had Nickel State running on us, up the middle, how they wanted to. And then we saw a little success again, like I mentioned early in. So that's probably where my comments are coming from.
Yeah.
But to you guys' point, man, I stood next to Dominique McKinley. Boy, that's a big boy.
Yeah. No. I mean, that is like, that is definitely the. It's one of those deals where physically he is so superior to everyone that you do have to take a step back and remind yourself, no, okay, he is a freshman. There's a lot to learn mentally. Like you said, still a lot to learn physically. But, yeah, just from a pure size standpoint, he looks different than 99% of players that you're going to see. Fave, Ahmad Bro says they asked him how he gained all the weight in the offseason. And he credited the LSU nutritionist there, but he also said he went to Whataburger and he'd get a spicy jalapeno burger, something like that, bacon burger. But then he would get 3 orders of large fries into Powerade. What was, when Big Fave was bulking up for the trenches in college, what was your fat boy favorite meal?
Well, unfortunately, it wasn't a bulk up thing from the start at LSU. I got that. Coach Saban was like, "You're gonna lose 25 pounds." Well, you ain't never see my bill.
Okay, so what was high school Big Fave eating?
Knowing Fave had on an XL shirt too still.
Yeah, he probably did still have the XL on.
I showed up there going, shoot, man, I'm gonna knock out at least 2 bowls of cereal. That's all dumb. That's a blessing on the front end. And I like pork and beans and wieners and fried chicken. I knock that out. Now, as far as fast food, y'all didn't party like me. But, boy, after the club, I'm going to hit up Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
There's gonna be levels on them 2 tacos. Plus, I'm getting a number 6.
Those
But
tacos are
that's
good.
when my
Fave.
metabolism was fast. You know, we can eat like that, boy. Can't eat like that right now.
No.
So, that burger's gonna sit for at least 3 days.
I've never heard that's a blessing on the front end to describe breakfast. That's incredible, Fave. I mean, look, there were many a late night Jack in the Box in my life. I remember Tommy Moffitt yelling at all of us one day about getting too fat, and he blew my mind. The Jack in the Box breakfast biscuit had 1,000 calories.
Oh yeah,
just a sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast biscuit.
Oh, it's so good, y'all.
It is so good. It is so good. But I'm just wondering, from a scientific perspective, how did they get that many calories in such a small package? They really just had to inject it with butter and grease. They had to go out of their way to create such a calorically dense piece of food. My favorite scheme, I won't name names, but this is a real fat boy scheme here. One of our former teammates and his roommate, one would order the food, and then as he was getting ready to take it from the window, his friend would be waiting in the bushes, and he would sprint by and steal the bag of food in the exchange. And then the guy in the car would be like, well, that guy just stole my food. You have to give me more. And so they would remake the order, and so they'd be getting a little 2-for-1 back home. Quite the scheme.
That's a fat man joke right there.
That might be.
Y'all know who used to really get on my nerves? These two guys really work my nerves because they would come and tease you. See, Curtis Taylor and Brandon Taylor, they don't gain no weight.
No.
Kurt used to come sit in front of me and Herm with every red dot meal you can possibly have and eat it in our face, knowing we couldn't eat it. Coach Nader coming over there, Marlon, I talked to Coach Miles. You're supposed to be on the green dots and a little bit of yellow. Boy, they used to make me so mad.
Them two are just you specimens, bro. What you call BT old Popeye arms? BT looks like, I bet you when BT watches these corners get beat on another slant, I bet you the seams of his shirt just start to rip a little bit.
Boy, he'd be going, because he'd get quiet, and it's he's quiet, and then you just kind of see the Hawk thing happening with his arm. Boom, boom. The shirt gets tied around the sleeve. Boom, boom. Excellent. I want to tell you.
Oh, man. Fave, you got any, what do you want to see out of the defense tomorrow? For me, I have a very simple goal. I mean, if we want to get into specifics, I want to see the DBs play with better leverage, something that Brian Kelly's been harping on. I want to see the continued improvement of the defensive line. Honestly, though, I just want to see him hold them under 20. Hold South Alabama under 20. That's my main goal.
That's it, man. I mean, that's all we can ask for, because if you look at this team so far this year, they have really turned into a second half team. It's almost as if the game plan is, let's go in there, see what they do first, and then we'll make some adjustments at halftime. So I want us to get out of that. I want us to come out there and punch them in the mouth. Punch them in the mouth on offense, defensively, play gap sound, know your technique, know your assignment. Don't do nobody else's job. For the DBs, don't let your eyes get you in trouble. I talked to Lil Top, a.k.a. Ashton Stamps. I talked to him last week.
Okay.
Just keep working, man. You're making some nice open field tackles. We need to get a pick,
He's right there. He's right there, Fave. He's in good coverage. He just keep making plays. He'll get it.
He's going to get it, man. Well, of course, he's from Harvey, Louisiana. I mean, that's what we do over here. We just get it done.
Yeah.
I heard they get it done out in Shreveport, too. You know what I'm saying? But that might be fake news. You never know.
Hey, anytime you want to put an all Shreveport team against an all Harvey team, we can do it, Fave.
Watch out.
Okay,
Jake's got that 50-cent bankroll now, too. Up
Yeah.
there. You got to be careful.
No doubt.
Him and G Unit are teamed up now.
Yep.
Hey, man, Hester played linebacker, fullback. I thought they were going to put him at quarterback and sometimes he bad.
He played nose guard early on.
I played a little nose guard, too.
He was in on your spot early on.
I was in the trenches, Fave.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. What do you know? They had y'all do everything out there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just Football is life out there.
Gabe Relaford's from Evangel. He's playing pretty well as a true freshman. If we're keeping this true freshman D-line talk going.
Yeah, true.
Okay, all right. I see what's happening now. But I like the way the West Bank boys looking out there. Davion.
Yeah.
It looked like my man Aaron Anderson got a little second win. I'm liking what I'm seeing out there.
Hey, Aaron Anderson's playing at a different speed, Fave. Like, all jokes aside, like last year, coming in, doing a lot of thinking. There ain't no thinking anymore. I mean, he's been a go-to target. He's a leading receiver on this team. He's top 5 in the SEC. All that speed that we knew he had out of high school, he's finally starting to show it here in Baton Rouge now that he can play fast.
That's it. Once you take the thinking out of any position, you play better. You know, once that thinking cap is out of there, you're good. And, you know, here's a kid. I seen him take 3 kickoff returns to the house. And then here's the scary part. There's another one coming out in the call. They call a man-child, Tyron Francois. Mm-hmm. I went to 2 call games this football season. The 2 call games I went to, he took both of them daddies to the house.
Damn.
Effortlessly. I'm like, boy, you just keep on doing it. Speaking of effortlessly, did y'all see Malik Neighbors hit your boy with the ooh-wah?
We played it first segment of the day, Fave.
Oh my God.
That move too is so wild because it wasn't like a jab step. He flips his hips, but he actually still keeps all his momentum going up. I mean, old boy's lucky he caught himself with his hand because he was almost buried. He almost went face first and just would have ended up 6 feet under the ground.
That was ugly, boy. That was I'm loving it, man. I love. I mean, Hester, fellas, y'all, we had an opportunity to play some good football at LSU, and a lot of us had opportunities to go to the league. But to see this continue in the way that it does for LSU, man, it's just really a sight to see. Even we saw Joey B and Jaden Daniels go at it. That was nice. You know,
awesome.
It was cool to see historical NFL games.
The only thing we need, Fave, is we got to get some of these defensive players going again. You know.
That's it, man. I missed that.
Because all the NFL, LSU guys in the NFL now from defense are all kind of old heads now a little bit. Like Patrick Queen's probably the youngest one. Yeah, man. We got to get things going defense. We will. That class of 25 look beautiful. Yeah.
You know, we got some guys coming in. Yeah. Boy, I'll tell you one thing, man. It's just something about that. Like somebody told me, boy, you can shake a tree of receiver come out of LSU. That's like finding a point guard from Kentucky, a Duke or something. You know, it's just I'm excited what we see, man. But we're going to get it together on defense.
How about Tyron? Tyron's had a turnover in 4 straight games. First time he's ever done that in his NFL career.
Man, he's the honey badger. That's your boy.
I know.
Some people just got it, man.
Yeah.
Some people just got it. And Ty, since you bring him up, Cam and DeMario Davis too. These guys are legit in their 30s, playing like they're in their 20s. So, hey, it's one of them things, man. I'm proud of Tyron. Tyron averages 3-4 interceptions a year since he's been in the NFL. So he's consistent. He's for sure consistent.
Big Fave at Big Fave 504 on Twitter. Catch him, BT, Hunt Palmer on the LSU Sports Radio broadcast before the game, after the game. Catch Big Fave on Spotify. Big Fave. Lover just came out this year. We got Baller Broadcaster from 2022. It's all on there. Guys, go check it out today. Yeah. Check out Inside the Trenches. Fave, goodbye, somebody.
Hello. Peace out. See you later.
Later, bro. Take it easy. What a great fade-out laugh that was. It could not have been more perfectly produced. All right, coming up next, let's give our final predictions for Saints-Falcons and LSU USA. Coming up next on OTB.
Off the bench.
All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com. You want to go to All-Star Toyota today and get your next vehicle over there off of Airline in Goodwood. Maybe it's completely new. Maybe it's a Toyota certified used vehicle. Maybe you just need a rent. Maybe you need a lease. Whatever the case is, they have great deals going down constantly on 24s, 25s. And remember, if you're turning in your car, you're going to get excellent value as well. so you can turn right back around and upgrade. And if you need a collision center or a body shop, All-Star, all makes or models are welcome. Go to All-Star Toyota, BatonRouge.com.
Yeah, go there today to see what you can rent. What I say about the rental department. And look, LSU's on a bye week next week, so maybe you've got a quick trip planned, or maybe you're going to get on the road this fall to watch the Tigers play in College Station or Fayetteville or Gainesville or one of these spots they've got as far as a road trip. We'll go rent a Toyota, something bigger, something better on gas mileage, whatever it is. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
There's nothing chill about a hot, sweaty line. Unless you add Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
It's an everyday thing here. We work horses in the mornings and we work on the property during the day, and without these John Deere tractors, it'd almost be impossible to keep up with the place. I've dealt with some of the other colors and stuff, and I never really got the response back that I get from John Deere, We really enjoy dealing with Sunshine. They're good people. They always check on us and make sure our equipment's running, and we love them. Flip the switch and learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has back-to-school savings like $16,000 off 25 Ram 1500 trucks. We're open for business in our beautiful new showroom and taking $16,000 off. All new Bayou vehicles come with a complimentary extended warranty. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to
Welcome back to Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's that? What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Off the bench. My bad, y'all. My bad. No. Again, guys, Rivers is not on a suspension. I told you. I tried to get ahead of this 2 weeks ago. Life is busy. I told you it's Champagne Shenanigans is coming back in October. Okay. It'll be back. So don't worry. I'm about to tweet out that video to Aaron Murray, and I would absolutely love it if as many people as possible would go comment on it and call Aaron out for being a bad friend.
Oh, I will.
Thank you. I do like this. Nookie says Rivers on a secret Michael Jordan-like suspension. Yeah. She's being forced to play minor league baseball because she got too deep in gambling.
She's forced to go watch Mississippi State play.
Yeah. I tried to give Mississippi State the benefit out one more time. I'm officially done with them now after the Florida game.
Yeah. I went Florida last week.
Yeah, I thought they. Well, that's because you're a Gator. Yeah.
Technically, I am this year.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're a literal Gator. Your kids' teams are the Gators. You're out here choosing Florida multiple weeks.
I did multiple.
Not just 1 week.
You're right.
CDs, your best friend. Like you are. Face it, Jake. So what's the old saying? Maybe
You
it was
are
Voltaire.
the company you keep.
Also one. But no, I was thinking, be careful fighting monsters lest you become one. You've been here on the front line battling these prehistoric reptilians for so long that suddenly you look down and you see green scales and you see a long tail and you suddenly just want to lay out in the sun and warm your skin and you want to float right above the water at night. And then you get reflective eyes and all of a sudden you realize, oh my God, I've become a real alligator. Unbelievable how this happened. Too much Florida in you, Jake.
Yeah.
Can we get the pontoon parlay during the show this week? Oh, yeah, that was on us last week, guys. That was on us last week.
It wasn't on us. Our legs hit.
No, I mean, remember we didn't give it till after the show.
Just a shot at Tay-Tay.
Yeah, it's Taylor's fault. I agree.
It's fine. I'm
What?
I'm 3-1 this year. It's all good.
No, we're talking about last week.
Yeah, no, I'm 3-1 on the year on the
last
pontoon
week you're
parlay.
0-1. So.
It's interesting that you'd want to make it about yourself.
Jake made it about me.
Being a team man, I say we win together and we lose together. And so
we did win together on Monday night.
Yeah,
you're right. You're right. It was good
but,
bonding experience.
not in Taylor's mind. Taylor, did you have anything to do with that parlay Monday night? Did you?
Which one?
The one that we hit on at the Queen.
Yeah, you asked me for my advice on it before that started.
No, I asked you to just stand by me.
Oh, okay.
Anyway. Okay, don't worry, Bob Boucher. I'm going to tweet it after this segment, and then we can all make fun of Aaron Murray together. All right. Where do we want to do Saints-Falcons first or LSU-USA?
Saints-Falcons.
Okay, thank you. See, somebody took the initiative. Proud of you, Taylor. All right, Saints-Falcons. Final thoughts. Here's the deal, guys. I'm letting you know right now I'm giving a homer pick. I'm going Saints 18, Falcons 15. The reason why I am going a homer pick here is because in this recent era of this series, well, first off, the main reason is I think the teams are pretty damn even on paper. If the Saints didn't have Eric McCoy injured, I would 1,000% pick them to win if they weren't dealing with this rash of injuries, right? But the defense for the New Orleans Saints is still elite. I'm still not a firm believer in the Falcons offense. I think this is going to be a defensive battle. And so if I basically feel like it's very even anyway, I'm not going to put it out there and choose the Atlanta Falcons to win this game. If I felt that the Falcons were much better, then I would, right? I don't feel that, okay? I think this Saints team, like I've been talking about all week, this is still a team defined by its defense first and foremost. And even like me and Jake talked about, maybe I made too much of DeMario Davis being healthy or not. You got Willie Gay. He played well. You got Pete Werner. But he certainly hope Davis healthy. I think he's still playing great. But either way, the secondary is awesome. Brian Brzee continues to be awesome. Granderson and Chase Young are so consistent on the edges right now. They're strong at every single level. Statistically, you look to be the much better team on paper. But small sample size, 2 exorbitant games on the offense. I get it. Still, I'm going New Orleans Saints 18-15. Who dat, baby? Beat the Falcons. Again, there is not a bigger one-game difference that you will find than this game right here, where even though it's only a difference of one game, you're talking about being 3-1 with a game up on your rival and driving them down to 1-3 versus being 2-2 and losing the tiebreaker. Like it's as big of a functional difference as you can find in 60 minutes.
The injury report is going to be massive in this one. You have AK, who's questionable, DeMario Davis, who's questionable, Landon Young, who's questionable, Cesar Ruiz, who's questionable. I would like to know the health of the Saints before, you kind of make a pick on there, because if those players play, I like the Saints 24-20. Those players don't play, I like the Falcons 24-20. It feels like that's a score where it's going to kind of live. Even if you get, I would say, AK and Cesar Ruiz to be available for this game, I still like the Saints. And so that is going to be the main thing for me is, okay, what's the availability to some of the pieces that you can't afford to be without? I think AK is certainly one of those. But Cesar Ruiz, he hasn't played great. But I'm just saying with the injuries that you've had on the offensive front, with McCoy not playing, I just don't think you want that many backups on a bad already offensive line. So the health report of this game leading into this game is going to kind of tell you the story of how this game's going to be played out. I think AK was limited, if I'm not mistaken, in practice yesterday, so at least he was out there. So
AK said he's going to play. I mean, I don't know if he will for sure, but he has been saying that he will be out there.
Ribs is kind of a thing where it's going to suck, but it's going to be a lot of pain tolerant stuff. And if the player's telling you he's going to play, that means he's going to get a little sauce in those ribs pregame, and he's going to go out there and tough it out.
Which again, though, let's give AK credit, man. Here's a man with no long-term contract security who's upset about what he feels like. He doesn't feel like he was asking for anything exorbitant. He just wanted a couple more years. Saints refusing to give it to him. And yet here he sits, banged up ribs, dealing with a hip pointer, and he's about to go put it on for the city against the Falcons. And Jay Pizzle raises a great point, Jake, in the chat here. We mentioned it, right? The all-time series. This is the 111th meeting between the two sides. The all-time series is tied 55-55. I had not considered this. If the Saints win on Sunday, it'll be the first time they've had a lead since 1967 when they won that first game. Because the Falcons got a pretty big, they ended up, over the next decade or two, getting a pretty big lead. And the last 2 decades, the Saints have slowly but surely chipped away at it. You have your first chance to take the lead in the series in 50 years. 50 plus, almost 60. Go make it happen, boys. Go make it happen. And Kubiak, I mean, you want to become a god, find a way to somehow game plan success with all the adversities that have been handed to you. I mean, he's basically playing a role-playing game where they're just giving him minuses to every skill check, and they're saying, beat the dungeon. You can do this, Clint. I believe in you. Or I hope I do, at least. I don't know if you can do this. You've kind of been dealt an impossible hand.
Yeah, so the latest injury report is there's some good and there's some bad. Like Taysom Hill being a full participant Wednesday and Thursday, that's big. Landon Young, full participant on Thursday after being limited on Wednesday. Alante Taylor, full participant after missing practice on Wednesday. Now, Demario Davis, he hasn't practiced at all this week. AK did not practice on Wednesday, limited on Thursday. Cesar Ruiz hasn't practiced all week.
Damn, man.
So there's some good news, like as far as Taysom Hill, Landon Young, Alante Taylor, AK, Demario Davis, Cesar Ruiz. That's not great news. With Demario, I do feel like you could still go out there with Willie Gay, with Pete Warner, and be okay. The Cesar Ruiz, because again, you're just already so beat up, and the interior of your line is on multiple backups in that position.
So that's interesting. If I told you could only have one healthy and you get to choose, you would choose Cesar over Demario?
Yeah, even though Demario's the better player, without question. I think just where you're at as a team right now, you have 2 linebackers that you can put in there that are strong NFL quality starting linebackers, where you just don't have that up front. I mean, you got Lucas Patrick already, who we thought would be a backup. Now, he's played well, but he's moving from guard to center, so now you got to put a new left guard in. The last thing you want is a new left guard, a center that's played guard here in the early portion of the season, and then a new right guard. And then, you put that with Trevor Penning's continued struggles. It's not a good recipe for success.
Yeah, but you know what you can't do? You can't game plan Kyle Hergel. UDFA center, they ain't ready for him. I mean, how would they game plan him, Jake? They never seen him. You kind of hit him with a little. I don't know, guys. Again, if Clint Kubiak can get success out of this offense this week, if he can somehow protect Derek Carr enough to be able to find that success, that will be. What's the quality of the Falcons' defensive line, actually? Taylor, do you know?
Judon has been banged up.
Yeah.
He's actually doubtful for this weekend.
But I mean, Anyamata's their big dog, right?
Anyamata's their big dog, yeah, in the middle.
Yeah. And credit Anyamata. I
Grady
don't think
Jarrett's still doing
Anyamata's
some
Jalen
okay
Carter.
things. Caden Ellis is, you know what you're going to get with Caden Ellis. Like, he's going to be on the edge a ton. Like, he's going to stem down. He's going to be on the edge a ton. You know, he's been somebody that's actually played pretty well here in the early season. I think it's the last 3 games, he's at 29 tackles total in the last 3 games. So he's almost 10 tackles per game. So it's more of an effort unit than a talent unit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you remember when they drafted Penix, everybody was like, you needed a D lineman. They were like 25th or 26th in pass rush win rate. Like, they've been playing well, maybe a little over their heads, like Jake was saying. Like, it's more effort
it's a
than
little
talent
bit of,
right
it's
now.
maybe not bad on bad, but it's not bad on Jalen Carter.
I wonder how much that to do, because I mean, you know, like even like Caden Ellis, he's like an inside linebacker, obviously, but they move him on the line of scrimmage in the A gap on the edge just to try to help out. So it is a unit that realizes it's got some deficiencies.
Yeah.
You know, Grady Jarrett's best ball's behind him. Anyamata's still a really good player. Zach Harrison's a guy. If Judon's out, then it's not a huge advantage for the Falcons, to Taylor's point. I agree with that for sure.
Okay. Tay, you got a final score predict?
I think Saints win this one. I think it's low scoring. I think.
Are you just trying to brown nose the audience here, Taylor?
No, why would I do that? Never done that before. It's 21-17 Saints.
Okay, 21-17. Okay. Alondra, do you care to give a score pick?
Yeah, I think the Saints pull this one out, and I think it's going to be a low-scoring one too. But I don't know specific.
Yeah, we're in the same boat. We're all basically the same boat. We'll see.
I like 21-17.
We'll see. Tebow, what was the Cannons record in the series for each team? I'm not sure. That'd actually be fun to look up. Somebody do that. I don't want to do it.
What year did he play in Atlanta?
So he would have been, I think, with the Saints, 85 to 92.
Yeah, I'll just Google it.
But
Atlanta, 93 to 96.
Yeah, but I think he started. I don't know if he started with the Saints, if he became the starting quarterback till 86 or 87. Maybe
it's like 87.
87.
87. He started 3 games in 86, 12 games in 87.
Okay, yeah.
So we'll go 87.
Who was the starter before then?
I don't know. I can't remember.
I need more information here.
Well, let's go to break. We can figure it out. More off the bench. We'll get into our final LSU USA predicts next here on ODB.
Off the bench.
Go to oakparkevents.com, guys. Congratulations. You just got engaged. Very happy for you. Make your wife happy by showing that you give a damn and going and booking a free consultation at oakparkevents.com, or you can go check out their 2 all-inclusive venues. You got Oak Lodge. You got Park 73. Oak Lodge is that New Orleans charm. 3 venue spaces. They're all elegantly employed. Wait until you see the bar at Oak Lodge. It's freaking fantastic. Park 73, variety of options as well. A little more outdoorsy, a little more spacey. But look, the bottom line is here at Oak Park, we've done thousands of weddings over our 2 decades plus in this business. And so we can, you can choose from our variety of reception halls to accommodate whatever size group you have. Full line of catering services, whatever type of food you want. We have award-winning in-house chefs. Handle all the planning, all the coordination, a true turnkey day. Book consult today at oakparkevents.com.
Bayou Ford has the new inventory to get you in a new Ford truck or SUV today, or customize your next vehicle just the way you want it. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
When it comes to ending cancer, we push forward, always working together for you. That's why our cancer experts at Ochsner have clinically integrated with MD Anderson Cancer Center. This means advanced cancer care, including access to life-saving clinical trials and integrating care to treat the whole you. Introducing Ochsner MD Anderson Cancer Center. Long live you.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs, even in the case of an after-hours emergency.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back. OTB. So
Michelle Branch, right? Okay. Well, Santana, man. Michelle Branch. Well, make
There's
sure you give
also a
love to
version
Santana.
with Tina Turner in it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's live.
Oh.
Jake added it up. Seems like the canon was pretty damn good in the Falcons Saints series.
Yeah, some quick napkin math. As the starting quarterback for the Saints, Bobby Hebert was 10-3 against the Falcons.
Woo-woo.
As the starting quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons, he was 5-2 against the Saints.
Let's go, dude. Let's go, dude. Gamer. I think the only thing that tortures my pops about his NFL career is just the playoff record. The fact they couldn't get one of those wild card games. That's definitely the thing that kind of sticks in his craw the most, which I understand. You know, it sticks in my craw, losing a freaking national championship 21-0 your last game. Never goes away.
Yeah, I think I was 1-3 in the playoffs. It's not great. It happened.
Lewis in the chat, what are you talking about? That's the craziest thing I've ever read in this chat ever.
Wait, I don't see it.
But you got the one, Jake.
You got one.
You got one.
As an 8-8 team, we beat a 13-3 Colts team.
There you go. You got one.
It was a walk-off win, which is kind of cool in football. You don't get those often.
Yep, true.
Darren Sproles 30 ISO.
That's also very cool. Is that from last week, the ultra rare walk-off fumble that Travis Hunter created. Like that's crazy to think about. A straight up walk-off fumble. That everything came together so that you made them fumble out the end zone, so it's just immediately game over.
How that quarterback for Baylor is sitting there and thinking about life.
Yeah,
after
man.
that.
Shoot, them cornerbacks should be thinking about life after letting them basically back-to-back Hail Mary you. That is the most inexcusable crap I've ever seen in my life.
I know, for a head coach that is a defensive coordinator, I can't imagine.
Oh man,
I think old Dave's cooked.
Yeah. But he'll go somewhere and be a great DC again,
Yeah.
and then maybe he'll get another chance down the road. I mean, it's just wild because he had Baylor cooking.
Yeah,
early
That's
on.
kind of the story of Baylor. It feels like
Yeah.
ups and downs, and Look, you can always get another chance. We've seen it too many times, too many examples. I mean, Coach O was able to get another chance after Ole Miss, won a national title. Billy Napier one time was fired in the middle of the season as Clemson's OC, and found his way back to the Florida head coaching job. Now,
oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Hasn't done, anything with that, but I'm saying he got the opportunity.
Yeah. Emil says Derek Carr turned back into a pumpkin. I got to be honest about this, dude. Like, again, Derek Carr's the 18th best quarterback in the NFL. That is a quarterback that is not going to just be good on his own. Like, other things have got to be working, right? And so you can distill it just down to Derek Carr, because it's what we do, right? We distill all conversations to just basically coaching quarterback, and that's fine when it comes to football. And it's not wholly inaccurate. Like, I get why, but like, rare is the quarterback that would have had success with what Jalen Carter and that Philly D-line was doing to them last week. Like, yeah, Derek Carr's not a special quarterback. Duh. We know this. That's why he's the 18th paid quarterback in the league. So everybody's got to step up this week. They got to be able to run the ball like they did in those first 2 games, or more like it, if not to the exorbitant success rate that they had. I'm very excited for Taysom Hill to be back. And all of his packages, whether you're lining up at fullback, running back, quarterback, tight end, he changes the dynamics. So,
Taysom does change everything about the offense, because
like, I guess my point is, like, if you're hoping
he's
that,
a key, yeah.
If you're hoping that Derek Carr's gonna like C.J. Stroud you a victory, like, that's not gonna. He's not just gonna put the team on your back and carry you to dubs.
No, he's not. There's deficiencies there. We've laid those out. This week makes me a little bit nervous with Carr, because the one deficiency he has that is the most glaring, in my opinion, is pressure up the middle.
Yeah.
And with at least 2 backups.
And Onyemata knows these guys he's been going against, right? Like, he probably knows Cesar Ruiz if he does play, and he knows like what Cesar struggles with. They've done a lot of one-on-ones against each other.
He's probably hoping Cesar does play. I'm not even trying to be funny.
No, because he actually knows him. He knows his skill set.
He knows, like, those one-on-ones. He's 150 between run and pass one-on-ones with Cesar Ruiz. So that part of it makes you a little bit nervous, and that's on the offensive coordinator to find a way to cover up that big deficiency. And I don't know how you get that done. You don't want to have to keep a back in. I mean, AK is somebody that you're going to want a free release, because, look, the one thing that he struggles in is pass protection. So it's going to be a game plan where Kubiak's going to have to earn his money, certainly this week, with what you don't have and what gives you trouble.
Yeah, my bad, guys. I know that we teased LSU USA final predictions. We will get there. Keep it locked here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
Go to Pinnacle Exterior Construction, PECbuilt.com, PECbuilt.com. You need any outdoor living area, guys. We build the spaces, you build the memories, okay? And this could be a pool. This could be any size or type of fence for some added privacy. Maybe you want to get rid of your grass, put in turf. Maybe you want to put a putting green in. Maybe an outdoor kitchen. Maybe, like Taylor, you want to build a shrine to Dak Prescott, okay? This could all be done with Pinnacle Exterior Construction. If you go to the website, PECbuilt.com, or if you're watching on YouTube right now, you see that freaking gallery, guys. The level of artisanship, of quality, beauty, giving you creativity, it's unparalleled in this city. Go to PECbuilt.com.
Yeah, when you go to the website, you'll see exactly what T-Bob is talking about. You'll be blown away. This is at your home or your business. Anything in that outdoor space, they are going to do it at the highest level. Go to the website to be blown away yourself, PECbuilt.com.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Brack, your #1 park system in the nation.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps are held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
When it comes to ending cancer, we push forward, always working together for you. That's why our cancer experts at Ochsner have clinically integrated with MD Anderson Cancer Center. This means advanced cancer care, including access to life-saving clinical trials and integrating care to treat the whole you. Introducing Ochsner MD.
Welcome back to Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Welcome back. Nookie says T-Bob reluctant to talk about USA. Upset alert engaged. No, I think LSU fans are being cowards with South Alabama. Do not let the long shadow of Guggenheim intimidate you here, okay? And really, that is like, here's the deal. I have no doubt in my mind LSU is going to win this game. It's the exact same thing when I'm at Whiskey and Wine and we're at Don Juan, we're hanging out, we're watching the Nichols game, and people are kind of like, I mean, it's 23-21 in the third. Like, is LSU in trouble? I'm like, guys, no, look, we've seen this a million times. The talent disparity is such that you lean, you're going to break through, right? So it's not about the win. It's how you look within the win. I see a defense that has improved over the last couple of weeks. I agree, and I see a South Alabama offense that has improved certainly from their 2 weeks, and a team that's vastly outperformed expectations after vastly underperforming expectations. But this game is still not close. I'm not worried about South Alabama. I got LSU winning 41-17. I think that this LSU offense will continue to hum. If you get Chris Hilton back, maybe you look, because LSU wants to start stretching vertically, right? They finally hit Kyle Parker with one of the best maybe Garrett's most insanely good pass on the year. Maybe the one against South Carolina with being hit in the knees where he drops it over the linebacker under these safeties better. But by the way, perfectly thrown deep ball. And they took a couple other shots, Jake.
They did.
Just couldn't quite connect. So I think if Hilton does come back, like we said last week, maybe he kind of represents some of that final piece of the puzzle. And he I guess my point is, I think this LSU offense wants to come out, be aggressive, put up a lot of points. They're running the ball better. Caden Durham made plays again last week, but you also saw Caleb Jackson get going, Josh Williams. So I think you're going to put up a lot of points. And then my goal, the 17, is it a bit hopeful from me? Maybe so. Because that is my goal, Jake. I just want to hold this USA offense under 20 points.
Yeah, the last, as you know, we've pointed out, and really their season average is, going to be well above that. They've scored 48, 87, 20, and 38. Now, they've also given up, some points certainly in the early season. But, it's an offense that if you go do that, you can take something from it without question. And this defense feels like they're right there on the verge of being able to turn a corner. I'm not saying, again, I am not saying that they are going to be a top 5 SEC defense, but they feel like they're on the verge of figuring out who they are. Yeah. The edge rushers have been incredible. I think you're getting better defensive tackle play than any of us could have ever assumed, certainly once Guillory goes out. The linebacker play continues to be steady. And I said it earlier in the show, if the back end can continue to make strides, then you will be a defense that won't be just this glaring weakness for your team. And so I think this is a great game. This is going to be a test for the defense because offensively, South Alabama has figured some things out, and that's why you score 130 points in the last 2 games. And so I'm with
Again,
you.
guys, F them. What they did to Natchitoches was wrong.
It was.
It's straight up
I think they quit the game with 6 minutes left or something. They run it, they 6-minute quarter, something, whatever.
That's straight up wrong.
You can take things from this game, go out there, take care of business. Offensively, you should be able to have success. I expect you to have success, and I expect you to continue to work on the things that you've been trying to get to. I would love to see Anderson continue to get involved. I would love to see Thomas get involved in the game plan as well. So, it's a game of great opportunity to do the things that we've been talking about over the last couple of weeks. And I'd like to see him take advantage of it.
And look, man, this is your final warm-up before Ole Miss, man. See, I want you to look sharp, And it's not like you should be looking ahead because you got a bye week. Like, there's literally no reason not to be 100% locked in Death Valley tomorrow night. Although, Jake, I don't know if I'm going to be 100% locked in because I'm going to be at a house on the game that you're going to be at. Georgia, Alabama is going to be crazy tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I know 2 of my boys are going to go with me, so we're going to get a chance to have like a fan experience,
like the Suns, like your boys. Oh, nice.
Yeah. I think Jackson and Hudson are going to go with me, and if I know Memphis, he's going to jump in the car as well. So, not looking forward to it, man. It's going to be a great time, great atmosphere. It's going to be a beautiful rock fight, I think, between Alabama and Georgia.
I think so, too. I'm
going to be watching a couple of games like while I'm in the stadium. Of course, LSU, Illinois, Penn State, because me, I'm a sicko for that kind of game.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a good game.
I might have the YouTube TV out.
Undefeated, ranked on ranked.
Yeah.
It's a good game. God, YouTube TV on your phone. How tiny are the screens at that point?
Yeah.
It's like a little, you get like little magnifying glasses to look at each one.
Oh, I'll have 2 up. Jackson will have 2 up. How about that?
All right. Hour 2 in the books. Hour 3 coming up. Let's send you into the weekend, guys. OTB.
Off the bench.
Courtesy window coverings, courtesyblinds.com. I'll get you next time, Gadget.
Y'all don't even know that's from back there, do you?
Inspector Gadget?
No, these 2, not you.
Oh, well, you said y'all.
I've seen Inspector Gadget.
There.
Matthew Broderick.
Stop.
Okay. I mean, I guess
That's
you're
the live
right.
one.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Not the cartoon one, but yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You should go to K to Z and have them come out and inspect your home and tell you exactly what they can offer you, man. Because the correct window coverings can take your home to the next level, tie everything together, give you aesthetic benefits, obviously, but functional benefits. Cooling off your home, drop down exterior shading if you want to be grilling and chilling this football season, where watch outside, glare off TVs, all this and more. KTOZBlinds.com.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. here on Friday, September 27th. Today in Baton Rouge, expect sunny skies with a high of 89. In hour 3 of today's show, we'll talk about some of the top games from week 4 of the NFL. We'll have the NFL story of the day, the pontoon parlay, and close it out with Ask the Bench. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go. All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert. Yeah. Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back. Sorry, I'm not meaning to be on my phone right now. I am tweeting Aaron Murray that he is a traitorous hoe for not coming on OTB today. I hope everybody's having a wonderful morning. It's Friday, guys. Here we go. It's Friday. It's the last hour of the show. It's time to have some fun. We'll please beg Taylor not to depress us too much with his NFL story of the day when we eventually get there. But who knows? I can't make any guarantees, guys. I can't make any guarantees in that regards. We continue to go over. I will say this. So we did scone and tea last night at Curbside, which perfect night for Curbside, dude. I mean, again, guys, you want to bring the family out for a good meal and just hang out for a little bit. And we actually pumped the sound outside. You can listen to the show if you want, but it's very great family atmosphere, family friendly show. I cannot stress that enough. Okay, no cursing, no deviant jokes. I actually really enjoy it because of that. Just get to kind of chill out. Like it's actually it's even less risque than this show in a lot of ways. And I it's nice. Anyway, it's good. Maggie Smith died. Is that right? Not like Professor McGonagall, huh? I mean, or Bridgerton, I think a lot of people would say. Oh, wow. Man. I mean, she'd probably be upset with me that I'd go straight to Professor McGonagall.
Sister Act, right?
Given that, yeah, she was
Sister
like,
Act?
she's been pretty upfront that like, she was like, doing Harry Potter was not hard. I'm not actually that proud of it. It was like a very easy acting job. But I've always maintained that Maggie Smith as McGonagall is like the most perfect single casting of that I've ever seen in my entire life. Damn. Rip Maggie Smith. That's sad. Oscar winner.
Yeah, she was.
Won an Oscar for The Prime of Miss John Brody in 1969. Legendary career. Did I say Bridgerton? I think it meant Downton Abbey.
Yeah, you did. But I know what you meant.
Which, if you're going to say it, you can't say Downtown Abbey, right? You got to say Downton. Downton Abbey. Never seen it. No desire to, but I can see the appeal.
God, I haven't seen it, but I love some good British TV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do too.
Yeah,
I do
like
too.
A good British crime series I'm all over it.
Okay, I see a little Peaky boy.
Yeah, I mean,
little
it's
Peaky.
true.
Is Peaky Blinders still going on, or did that finish?
They're coming out with a movie.
Oh, is that going to be the finish of it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go, baby.
Yeah.
What's more in the fact? I can't. I've never seen it still. Maybe one day I'll catch up on Peaky. I'm loving Rings of Power though right now, guys. Watched the half episode 6 last night. Gonna watch the second half maybe tonight. Episode 7 just dropped. The second season of the Rings of Power is legitimately awesome. All right. So we were to get back to my original point, we were at Curbside last night. We're talking UGA Bama, and I was absolutely floored by how all-in Moscona is on Georgia just dominating this game. Saying Jalen Milrose sucks at quarterback, all these other sorts of things. And it's crazy to me because I look at the SEC championship last year, and I look at two teams that feel very similar to those SEC championship teams, Jake. Like, you can say, oh, this Alabama defense lost everything. Okay, I mean, they lost a lot defensively, but they're still number one in the country in passing success rate allowed. They're number one in the country in average yards per dropback in the entire country. Oh, what about South Florida? Okay, well, the offensive line was really injured. What about Kentucky, right? Like, I give Georgia a free pass for Kentucky. Obviously, they were looking forward. They did not approach that game correctly. I give Alabama a free pass for South Florida. Like I said, I see two very evenly matched teams that I think, like Jake said, are going to struggle offensively. But just like the SEC championship last year, like Jalen Milroe was the difference. His athleticism, his ability to come up with a couple of big plays. And, Jalen Milroe may not be the most traditional of quarterback, and he didn't grow in the more traditional ways that I thought he would this offseason, but last year he's the 5th highest rated quarterback in the country. This year he's the 3rd highest rated quarterback in the country. I mean, the dude does chunk explosive plays, and so I was kind of shocked. Just know this. If Georgia dominates this game, you will witness your afternoon host take a victory lap, the likes of which heretofore never seen. It will be so over the top as to be cosmic. But it's kind of odd because at the end of the day, we kind of agree on, like, I think that Bama looks slightly better. Well, he doesn't agree with this. I think Bama looks like a slight edge on paper. I'm picking Georgia because it's like year 10 or whatever of Kirby.
Yeah.
And year 1 of DePaul.
Yeah, we talked about who has the pressure in this game.
Yes. And so he's kind of saying the same thing, except that he's just saying straight up that, like, Georgia's going to dominate, just whoop their ass.
So that is surprising to me, and I don't think either one of these teams is going to dominate this game. And the matchup predictor actually gives Alabama a 65.8% chance to win. And the storyline for me, because I think they're even in a lot of places, is the weapons offensively and who has the better weapons. Georgia doesn't have a weapon on the outside as good as a 17-year-old in Ryan Williams.
Yeah.
He's averaging 28.5 yards per catch. He has 10 catches. 4 of them have gone for touchdowns. Look, Dominic Lovett had a great run early in his career at Missouri. He transfers to Georgia. He's a guy. He's not a dude.
No, yeah.
Now, Etienne's, he's really good running the football. But, I mean, look, Alabama's got running backs too. And Jalen Milrose.
Jam and Justice have way better rushing numbers.
Yeah, and Milrose's ability to run the football, because a lot of times he's the best athlete on the field, regardless of position. You should hear, so Jimbo co-hosts with us on Tuesdays. Well, he obviously recruited him. He's from the area. He's from Texas.
Okay.
And so when he starts talking about Jalen Milroe, I don't see him light up very often like this. Like, he just talks about his ability compared to some of the other top quarterbacks that he's recruited as far as dual threat guys. He said it's not even close. He said every football field that guy's ever been on, he's the best athlete. So like, you have that X factor.
Mm-hmm.
And Carson Beck's the better pro prospect quarterback. But in a game like this, when you're trying to find
Carson's kind of losing stock though right now, but he is the better pro prospect for sure. But you know what I'm saying? He needs this.
But when you're searching for weapons in a game, when there's not a lot of explosive weapons, the Milrose legs, that's an added bonus. Like the fact that you do have the ability that if on 3rd and 9, if they don't play a spy on Milroe, that he can bring it down and go 65 in a hurry.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to be a benefit for you. So weapons-wise, I give the edge to Alabama. DB-wise, I'd give it to Georgia. I mean, everything else is a little bit of a push almost.
Mm-hmm.
Running backs, probably still lean Alabama.
Oh, I'm absolutely leaning Alabama. I think
Etienne's a really good player, but
Jam and Justice have been more successful.
I agree with you. So, no, man.
Also, here's the thing about Georgia.
Close game.
They're throwing the ball 50% more of the time than Alabama is right now, and they don't have much to show for it. Like, they've got to get that. They are really missing Mahonky and Bowers. Bad.
I think on and off. And when I say off, I'm not talking about, they're stand-up guys. I'm talking about, like, just being able to have the leadership and have those guys on the sideline, because they both are really good students of the game. Like Ladd McConkey, I watched an interview with him, and him talking coverages, it's incredible. I'll see if we can maybe even find it. But, like, they used the middle of the football field last year more than any team in the country, because they had two guys that really understood the middle of the field and the coverages. And there used to be a time in college football where you had police tape around the middle of the field. Like, you didn't even look at it. Everything was outside the hashes. That's actually where Carson Beck was his best last year, was between the hashes.
Yeah.
They don't have that this year either, because they just don't have the guys that understand it. Not to say that they won't somewhere in their career, but they don't right now. And so, Carson Beck right now is playing a little handcuffed.
Jonathan Evans says, I think Georgia wins a close one, 41-38. I would be really, really flabbergasted if the scoring ended up getting that high. The strength of both of these teams are the defense, and the relative weakness of both of these teams are the offenses right now. Again, I said relative weakness, guys. So nobody freak out. I do know this, though. I'm just excited, dude. I mean, are you kidding me? Bryant-Denny at night, these two teams. Again, the stat I cannot stop mentioning. Georgia's 49-2 in their last 51, but they've lost 7 of their last 8 against Alabama. That is mathematically just astounding. Tate, what's your favorite NFL game coming up this weekend?
Ooh, Bills-Ravens, probably.
Oh, we get a little Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson.
Now, look, the Ravens 1-2. I mean, they're backs against the wall a little bit. Bills are 3-0, but they beat the Cardinals, Dolphins, and Jaguars. So not the highest level of teams that they played.
Yeah.
I mean, they're 3-0. Josh Allen looks great, but again, they haven't played an elite defense like a Baltimore. It's in Baltimore too. I think this is gonna be a really good game.
Who do you think wins?
I think Buffalo wins it. Close.
Goes to Baltimore and wins?
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to wait until Monday for the game of the week. And it is the 3-0 Seahawks traveling to Detroit to take on the 2-1 Lions.
Oh, Seahawks are 3-0?
Yeah.
God, Seahawks had a good culture.
Yeah.
Just transcends it even transcends Pete Carroll.
What is it? Seahawks, Steelers, Vikings, all 3-0?
I mean, I actually, it's crazy because I actually
the Steelers have a fantastic culture as well.
I picked that before the season.
You did? You had Steelers, Seahawks, Vikings, all 3-0?
I said, I think Justin Fields is going to find, under Mike Tomlin, he's going to kind of find his way. I've always been a big Geno guy. And if you actually go dig up the tape, Alondra, of when I was talking about how I think that Sam Darnold could be a legitimate NFL MVP candidate. when paired with O'Connell and Jefferson. It's a very quarterback-friendly situation,
It could be hard to find.
No, it won't. Alondra's got it.
Oh, I don't think so.
I'll do some digging.
You know
but
how to use AI, right? Okay, good. Yeah, no, she's going to find it. She's going to find it.
Oh, okay.
She's been very
I'm
forthright,
excited.
in that regard.
Also, Philly, Tampa Bay. It's a really good one as well.
Tay. I got to be honest, Tay. I can't cheer for your guy Baker there. I need the Eagles to win that one.
Well, so as a Cowboys fan, I need the Bucs to win that one.
I know.
So.
I know. Alas, look at us. Here we are, and two opposite sides once again.
Also, I mean, the Vikings-Packers. How about Malik Willis? Like the job he's done.
Has he done well? I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
filled in for Jordan Love.
No, I know. I'm saying, but like I haven't.
Well, I mean,
played.
he's 2-0. And he's beaten the Colts and Titans. I get that, but he's 25 of 34, completing 74% of his passes, 324 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
So because
he's also ran for 114 yards.
Because we live in such a. Maybe my brain's just broken by the internet and how we approach sports. Because I immediately jumped to the negative take, like, ooh, should they pay Jordan Love all that money? I mean, if Malik Willis out here doing this, is Jordan Love a system guy? I don't know. Highest paid quarterback? I don't know. Shout out to Malik Willis. That's awesome, though, man. He just got there, too, right?
Yeah. After the preseason was over, they traded for him, yeah.
Damn. Okay, dude. So the Packers are, what, 2-1?
2-1.
Okay.
Because they lost that close one in Brazil against the Eagles.
Yeah, that was a game Love left.
I know. Jordan Love's overrated. 0-1, Malik's 2-0. I don't know what to tell you guys. Good NFL schedule this week. And it's always good in the NFL, though. But great college slate this weekend as well. All right, when we get back here on OTB, let's continue to break down the weekend of football that will be, and we'll get to Tay-Tay's NFL story of Le Day. Keep it locked here on 104.5 ESPN.
Off the bench.
Go to centralplumbing.org, centralplumbing.org, 925-8552, 925-8552. Central Plumbing is your one-stop plumbing shop, and they've been at it for 50-plus years, guys. They got a massive fleet. They can handle all your needs, 24/7 emergency service, residential, commercial. They got the paperwork, personnel, and insurance to handle whatever the job is. Flat rate pricing, great warranty, licensed, bonded, and insured employees to send you information about who's coming into your home so you have peace of mind before, during, and after. Go to centralplumbing.org today, centralplumbing.org.
Not only in emergency services, although 24/7, 365, weekend, holiday, game day, doesn't matter. They will be there, 225-925-8552. Always online at centralplumbing.org. And right there on the homepage, click on Bathroom Remodel. They can come in and change your bathroom space at your home, your restroom space at your place of business. They can do it all. Again, go to the website, set it up today, centralplumbing.org.
When it comes to ending cancer, we push forward, always working together for you. That's why our cancer experts at Ochsner have clinically integrated with MD Anderson Cancer Center. This means advanced cancer care, including access to life-saving clinical trials and integrating care to treat the whole you. Introducing Ochsner MD Anderson Cancer Center. Long live you.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756.
Welcome back to Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and Shell are excited to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Tiger Stadium with our Draw to 100 sweepstakes. We're giving you the opportunity to join in the VIP-style celebrations on October 12th for the Ole Miss game. Sign up today at 1045ESPN.com. We'll live stream the drawing on October 10th, and the 100th name drawn will win stadium club seats, sideline passes, and autographed memorabilia. It's the Draw to 100 sweepstakes presented by Shell.
Great read, Alondra!
Thanks.
Great read, Alondra. Taylor, take notes.
Okay.
I don't see you writing anything. It wasn't hypothetical.
It's mental notes. I'm getting them.
Oh, wow. Look at you two. Same page there. Mental notes crap. You know what I'm actually excited for? Who did UNLV play this weekend?
It's good. Yeah.
Because did y'all see some of the tweets from
Fresno?
From
3-1 Fresno State.
Oh wow. Okay, good game. So Haj Malik Williams is going to take over as quarterback for UNLV. This is a cat who I guess spent 5 years at Campbell. Has kind of crazy stats there.
You know their mascot?
Campbell, yeah, the Camels, baby. Come on now.
You see the new field?
I read that like 30 seconds ago. I had no idea. I had, unfortunately, let's just be honest, I had never heard of the Campbells before I started looking up Haj Malik.
I was so proud of you,
No, I know.
You just stayed there.
No, I'm just going to be honest. Here.
Okay, sorry.
But apparently, I thought it was really interesting. So they announced him as a starter, and a lot of his teammates taking to Twitter to be like, yeah, like, hell yeah, about time. Like, we up. Like, 6 is the man. So it's weird because you know me, when we talked about it, I'm pretty like understanding of where Sluka is coming from, right? And like I support him, but I'll be damned if I don't want Haj Malik Williams to go there and ball for the team, you know? Like I want UNLV to continue to win, and it wasn't like Sluka was playing at some like otherworldly level. He's done well. He's done better than a lot of people who are like, look at his 48% completion percentage. Like, okay, that's not the story with him, but I really want Haj Malik Williams to play well. That'd be a really cool story. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think it would be too, and I'd love for his team to rally around him.
That's what I'm saying, right? Yeah. The boys keep this thing going.
Yeah,
undefeated,
there's players
ranked for the first time since
there's players on this team that aren't happy. Aren't happy about it. So like,
sure.
I know I caught a lot of old men yelling at the Cloud Strays over this week because of me saying I would play, but you can like his team is rallying behind their quarterback, and they're not happy about the situation right now. And so I would assume a very inspired football team against a good football team is going to be a good game.
I mean, imagine this. The whole situation is very nuanced and filled with gray area, and you can actually agree with both sides in many ways in this situation. Hey, remember to get Gordon, guys. You get in an accident and somebody's going to stand up for you. Gordon McKernan, injury attorneys, get Gordon, get it done. So you can also follow him on social media. See a lot of great content with your favorite athletes. Did you see the new video with Will Campbell? So they announced that Will Campbell, the first member of the G team for the 2024 football team. Did Gordon just give him that car?
Oh, I don't know.
It looked like it. In the video, Gordon's wearing Campbell's famous kind of white suit as he rolls up in what appears to be a very expensive car. I don't know anything about cars. I can't tell you about it. But it looks like he gives him the keys. I'm kind of like, geez, what a life. What a life. But the bottom line is, speaking of cars, you get into an accident, you go to getgordon.com. You can see all the cases that they handle. You can fill out a free consult form as well. They get in touch with you immediately. He'll fight for you. Stand up the big insurance companies. Get you what you deserve. Get Gordon. Get it done today. Gordon McKernan, injury attorneys, getgordon.com. Did Suka leave UNLV altogether? Just quit the football team? That's an interesting question. I don't know how that works.
Well, you have to still stay in school.
You do?
To be eligible.
Awkward
if he wants to play next year.
Awkward class time, right? If I was him, I would wear a fake mustache.
Nobody'd recognize him then.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like a big Groucho, like some of those glasses that had the nose and the mustache attached. Just go really undercover so nobody will know where you're from. If I'm a school and a player quits to make more money and transfers, I'm pulling the scholarship. I'd imagine the scholarship's probably pulled. If they can legally. I don't know if they can or not. All right, it's time for Tay-Tay's NFL story of the day.
It's time for Tay-Tay's NFL story of the day. Your daily dose of NFL news from Taylor Sharp.
We talked about him earlier. The Pittsburgh Steelers 3-0 behind Justin Fields, not Russell Wilson. Turns out, though, Justin Fields had a big part of which team actually traded for him. He was on his teammate Cameron Hayward's Not Just Football podcast because all the NFL
You mean my
players-
former teammate, Cameron Hayward?
Sure.
Yes. Duluth Wildcats.
Okay, sure.
9, 10, 11 years
former
old.
Teammate,
Future
Cameron
NFL Hall
Hayward.
of Famer. Son of Craig Ironhead Hayward. Legendary NFL defensive lineman, all-decade team member. I like to think it's because of me.
So you crawled so Cam Hayward could walk.
I helped him reach his full potential, for sure.
Who's older, you or him?
Same age.
Okay. I was saying if you were like a year, I would have given it to you.
Nope, exact same age.
You were like the mentor.
We wouldn't have played Little League together if we weren't the same age, you idiot. Anyway, continue with your story.
If you were a year older? Okay.
No.
He said, I'm not sure of all the teams that wanted to trade for me, but there were a lot of teams that already had solidified quarterbacks that were interested. So I told the Bears I wasn't going there, one of which was the Los Angeles Chargers, who Jake talked about how much Easton Stick had
Why would you go
struggled.
sit behind
Bring
Justin
in Heineke,
Herbert?
but he didn't want to do that. The Ravens were another team, which Lamar went down. Justin Fields seems like the perfect backup. I mean,
Yeah, but he
could
don't want to
slide
be a
right in there.
backup.
No, I get it. And then he said the Raiders was the team he talked to the most, obviously, with Aiden O'Connell, Gardner Minshew. But I mean, kind of throwing a shot at Russell Wilson a little bit. He goes, look, I knew that the quarterback spot was going to be up for grabs. I knew this was a place I could come win, and I could win the starting quarterback job here. So this was the team that I asked the Bears, like, hey, if you're going to trade me, like, Pittsburgh's the spot I want to go to. He wanted to play under Tomlin, and obviously he thought he could beat out Wilson. And, hey, they are 3-0.
Credit to him. Do you think, Jake, do you think Russ is cool with starting to move into the backup portion of his career? Or do you think he'll hang it up?
For me
before he
personally,
does that?
I don't think he has the personality you need to be a backup quarterback.
Yeah, you're probably right.
You've got to be highly supportive. You have to be the best teammate probably on the team. Any backup in the NFL that's worth anything is exactly that. He's a guy that only wants the best for the team and wouldn't try to sabotage the starting quarterback in any single way. You got to be ready when it's your time, but you can't
Yeah, it's like Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
Joe Flacco. Two guys that, can actually, like Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl.
Joe Flacco could probably put up better numbers still than what AR is doing right now, but he's doing everything he can to help AR. In the same way that Dalton obviously came with Bryce Young, but was still doing everything he could to help Bryce Young.
To Jake's point, though, I don't know if Russ has the personality to be a starting quarterback either.
Oh, not anymore. Not anymore, certainly. Kevin O'Connell had an interesting quote in Developing Young Quarterbacks. Do y'all agree? He says, quote, I believe organizations fail young quarterbacks before young quarterbacks fail organizations.
I mean, did he elaborate?
No, I mean, that's
sure.
the quote. Basically saying that, we always attack the player, but, a lot of these guys land into bad spots. And what are you supposed to do? That's the impossible thing to parse when it comes to NFL and developing evaluating players is where is the line of responsibility? What was a bad situation? What was the quarterback maybe not treating it the correct way? I don't know. It's impossible to say. But look at Geno. Guys like Geno Smith. Sam Darnold.
We've had this conversation with Bryce Young, right? Hey, it's hard to win in Carolina. Nobody's really had success there. But, to his point, you go look at Anthony Richardson, kind of has all the pieces around him to be successful.
And he has Steichen.
You brought in Steichen because you're hey, he's going to develop a quarterback. Steichen's hey, let's bring him in. Let's go. You got Jonathan Taylor, running back. You got 3 solid receivers. Everything is kind of there for Anthony Richardson to succeed.
I feel like Shane Steichen and Jalen Hurts need to get back together, dude. Do you agree, Jake? It feels like both guys are kind of probably missing each other a little bit.
A little bit.
Just late night texting.
Well, yeah, look what he did with Jalen Hurts, right? A guy that can run, an athletic guy, not too dissimilar from Richardson, and it just has not panned out the same.
That's the thing about Steichen. Him and Herbert were awesome together. Man. Him and Hurts were awesome together. And so I liked the idea of pairing him with Richardson, but it's a tough, yeah. But then again, all I need is another 70-yard touchdown from Richardson, and I'll be back.
You're good.
And I'm
back 6 of 20.
Yeah, I don't care.
Pass.
I don't care.
Yeah.
When you look at their games and the way they've played out, they've had leads in the games that they've lost. They beat Chicago. I think the Colts are going to be fine. Richardson needs to take care of the football better. Not as many chances. There's a skill set there, certainly. I think Shane will actually get him right by the end of the year.
Okay. Let's go, babe. I hope so. God, these bells hit, dude. Can you imagine playing it?
This has always been my favorite NFL music. I know a lot of
Your favorite NFL
people
films,
disagree, but I love the bells.
I went
a
through.
lot of people go Fox on NFL. That's a big one.
Oh no. The premier NFL music are all the. I thought you were saying this is your favorite out of the NFL films catalog.
No. I mean out of
all NFL music. Yeah, I will take NFL films music over all NFL music. Now, what's my favorite out of the NFL films catalog? I'll have to dive back in. Remember when I got real into it a couple of years ago? You remember that?
When what?
Got an NFL films music.
Yeah.
Listened to it constantly. Learned all about what they call him, Dr. Funk, the guy who back in the 60s used to do the music. I'll have to look it up. So when I was also into Vince Guaraldi quite a bit.
Oh, gosh, I do remember that. I don't think they were here yet.
It's almost Vince season, guys. Vince Guaraldi season is almost upon us.
That was still Mario and Danny when you got into that.
If it stays a little cool outside, it's going to be time.
The best NFL music is Hank Williams Jr., All My Rowdy Friends.
Oh,
I don't know what we're talking about here.
Network stuff.
No, it doesn't beat this.
Shoot, gosh, when I was growing up,
that beats this.
Hank Williams Jr., you knew you were about to sit down, have probably some pizza after a late practice. Joey and Nancy didn't mind, splurging a little bit for some Dominoes because Monday Night Football was coming on.
Hell yeah, dude.
It was going to be a party.
Oh, man. I am craving a cheap delivery pizza right now. After you mentioned that.
What's your go-to cheap delivery pizza?
You
got Domino's, Pizza Hut, Papa John's.
Guy. I love garlic sauce.
I love a good Papa John's.
A little banana pep. But that said, that's it. That's what I'd want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though I always order Johnny's, man. Got too much 318 in me, bum.
Yeah, actually, I don't go for Johnny's often. The rest of my crew is Pizza Hut fans, so.
Also, once you dip pizza and nacho cheese sauce, it's hard to get away. It really is. All right, when we get back here on OTB, it's time for a pontoon parlay. Coming up next, off the bench.
Off the bench.
Go to ITI Technical College, iticollege.edu, iticollege.edu. Hey, check it out, guys. You want to let ITI know that you're coming from OTB, you call the number 225-267-8003. But really what I care about is y'all listen to what I'm saying and changing your life for the better. Because right now at ITI, you can enroll, you can meet with an advisor, they can explain to you how your class schedules work, all of that. There's plenty of financial assistance available to those who qualify through a number of different avenues. And in just 2 years, guys, you get a career that's going to change your life for the better. Flexible class schedules, day and night classes. You get Friday off, a beautiful 6-acre campus off of Airline. Go to iticollege.edu.
Yeah, when you go to the website, the thing you're going to see is that campus. It's right there on the homepage, and we always encourage you to go see them off Airline Highway. It's going to blow you away. It is set up for your success. iticollege.edu.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
When it comes to ending cancer, we push forward, always working together for you. That's why our cancer experts at Ochsner have clinically integrated with MD Anderson Cancer Center. This means advanced cancer care, including access to life-saving clinical trials and integrating care to treat the whole you. Introducing Ochsner MD Anderson Cancer Center. Long live you.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
At Relief Windows, we're more than windows. We're windows, doors, hardy plank, and vinyl siding. But our number one product is always customer satisfaction.
How quickly will this segment leave the rails? It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Well, I'm going to leave the rails right now. We'll kick off. We'll get to the pontoon parlay in a second. But first, we're talking about Papa John's. Admittedly, okay, the Papa is definitely a problematic person. Okay? I am not defending the man. I do think the pizza took a slight step back in quality. And how could it not if we think back and we remember about the level of pizza commitment that the Papa used to operate under?
40 pizzas in the last 30 days. Living currently in Mark Shapiro should be in jail.
He has no pizza experience. He's never been in the pizza category. I would just say, stay tuned. The day of reckoning will come. The record will be straight.
Why not set the record straight now? I mean, what is it about the record that's not straight?
Stay tuned. I've had a...
Wait, that's not even when he talks about eating the 40 pizzas in 30 days. Was that not in that clip? Well, we didn't hear it.
You didn't hear it?
No.
I've had over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days. Livy currently,
we deserve to get
Mark Shapiro should be in jail.
That's all.
He has no pizza.
I just wanted to laugh at an old clip of Papa John looking very sweaty and red and talking about eating 40 pizzas in 30 days.
The good news is everybody in the chat got to hear the 40 pizzas in 30 days twice. So.
Okay, that's good. Dude sweating out garlic dip. But that was years ago. When is the day of reckoning? When's it coming?
He hasn't decided yet.
Do you think Papa's still in the lab? Is he still trying to craft the most perfect pizza? Most perfect, quick service, mass producible pizza that we could imagine?
Forgive my ignorance. What did Papa do again? I don't remember.
I don't actually know.
He I think he was like maybe quoted about it or something, but he said the N-word on like a big conference call.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Papa. What is you doing?
Check me if I'm wrong. That is also my shady memory from many years ago. Bama says Papa's on Diddy's list. I mean, I could he just needs a little more cocaine to bring the reckoning. He's definitely giving Coke vibes there. For sure. He's so sweaty in that interview. But again, if you ate 40 pizzas in 30 days, I think you would just be in a perpetual state of greasy sweat.
You're right. It was a conference call.
Yeah.
Also, how do you fire Papa John from Papa John's? That's an impressive feat.
No, everybody's got a boss. Even if you're the owner of the company, everybody's got a board.
Yeah.
All right, and that board votes majority because you're an idiot and you say something like that.
Leonardo's acting like I didn't tell the whole story. I literally said he was quoting something else, and I guess he's saying he was quoting Colonel Sanders. That doesn't make it any better. Scott Dice says Shaq saved Papa John's. Again, I don't know. I kind of feel like the Papa quality went down a little bit. I haven't had it in years. You know, quality never goes down. Our guys over there, Coleman Roofing and Construction, ColemanRoof.com. Okay, integrity, reliability, respected. In fact, the most respected, reliable, and the most complete roofing company in the entire state of Louisiana. And complete is because there's any type of roof that you could possibly need. They do any size project. If it's a massive commercial project or just something residential, we got you at Coleman Roof. And the best part is, Jake, they attack it in the same way, right? Big, small, it doesn't matter. Doing everything that they can, leaving no stone unturned to make sure that their customers are satisfied. Since 1982. And it's crazy. I'm so happy that they're doing advertising with us because at first, for most of that time, it's just been word of mouth. And yet they've grown to this massive size. And it's because their customers are so consistently satisfied. So put them to the test. Okay? They do custom metalwork, gutters, everything. Put them to the test. ColemanRoof.com. Integrity, quality, innovation. ColemanRoof.com. All right, pontoon parlay, guys. Where are we feeling? What are we feeling here? Have y'all looked yet? Jake, Rutgers at home against Washington, only 1-point favorites. Is Washington good? Admittedly, I have not watched a lot of Will Rogers this year. What's going on there?
The only game they lost to Washington State.
It feels a little stinky, though, doesn't it? This is your guys. These are your guys at home.
Yeah, I like Rutgers in that one. I'm not putting it in my pontoon parlay, but I like Rutgers.
Why, though? You love Rutgers so much. Why? You love them so much. Why don't you marry
It's not my favorite play.
What's your favorite play?
No, well, I'm crafting that right now.
Wow, Baylor's 3-point favorites over a ranked BYU.
Yeah, in Waco, right?
In Waco.
Yeah, Baylor's home team.
Very interesting there. Kansas State, Oklahoma State. Is that a Big 12 elimination game? Like Big 12 champion elimination game
probably.
at this point, right? Like if
What,
you
they
lose
both
that,
have one loss.
yeah, they've already lost a game in conference. If you lose that, you're not. I don't think you're gonna be able to get back in. I still don't know if Oklahoma State's any good. I mean, you're supposed to have the best running back in the country, and he can't do anything right now.
A few plays I like. Boston College 13 over Western Kentucky. At home, Boston College. Their defense has been really good this year.
Castellanos.
The only game they lost was a 6-point game to Missouri that they were in the entire time.
Okay.
I mean, Western Kentucky, they've beat up on some smaller schools. The only good team they played was Alabama, and that was like 63-3.
Ooh, Louisville's getting 7 in South Bend.
Mm-hmm.
Colorado's getting 14 in Orlando.
I can't trust Colorado, I don't think at all.
I'm going to go a little bit off the beaten path for mine, kind of like I did last week with Tulane and ULL. This is a road game for this team, but if anybody is, going to be able to handle the road and be focused, it's a service academy.
Navy.
So give me Navy -3 on the road against UAB.
Is T-Bob coaching the team?
I'm not coaching.
He's not. He's already been fired.
Navy, then.
Yeah.
I literally benched Blake Horvath on my video game dynasty, and again, he had the craziest stat line I've ever seen in my life last week. Hey, but EA, make him better than his 73, okay?
That's ridiculous.
It's your fault, not Blake's. He can't throw the ball in that game. It's crazy. All right, well, I'm not making my pick. I'll make my pick on the other side. When we get back, we will give you all of our picks and Ask the Bench. Brought by Colker's Life is here. It's the Blue Moonlight Sky Stitchers Week. Keep it locked.
Off the bench.
Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. Go to GEAUXTommies.com. That's GEAUXTommies.com. Look, Tommy's the absolute best, man. You need hardy plank or vinyl siding, wood or vinyl windows. You need any type of door. Well, Tommy's is your answer. And don't just you don't have to blind trust me, guys. Have them out for an estimate. Costs you nothing. Okay, costs you nothing. Get them out to your home. Let them show you why integrity, dependability, why these are words that people are constantly going back to. We're working with Tommy's. Why 7 years, all 7 years they've been in existence, they've taken home the Angie Super Service Award. There's just a consistency and a give a damn, an attention to detail that you don't get from other companies. Tommy's, Windows, Doors, and Siding.
When you go to the website, we tell you every single day, check out the gallery of work, but know they can do any custom job as well. You'll be blown away by the gallery, but know if you've got something in your mind, they can get it done. Go Tommys.com.
It's an everyday thing here. We work horses in the mornings and we work on the property during the day, and without these John Deere tractors, it'd almost be impossible to keep up with the place. I've dealt with some of the other colors and stuff, and I never really got the response back that I get from John Deere, We really enjoy dealing with Sunshine. They're good people. They always check on us and make sure our equipment's running, and we love them. Flip the switch and learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com.
We're Rev Business, a local provider with nearly 90 years of experience. So when it comes to business in Louisiana, we know that personalized service is key. And we're here to go the extra mile with all fiber solutions that deliver what every business needs: reliability and quality. We're not just providers. We're the local team dedicated to helping you succeed. True partnerships are homegrown. Rev Business, internet, phone, managed services. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined we.
Welcome back to Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Woo! Friday! So wait, you told me Joe Sloan was at Dunham last night watching Elijah Haven?
Yeah, checking out Elijah Haven. He got the win, too, 21-18 over Ascension Catholic.
You know, maybe you should have checked out. I got Joshua Baychok, 6'5", left tackle, young cat, keeping Elijah clean. Be on the lookout for Baychok.
What are we talking about?
Joe Sloan was just watching. You know, Dunham's got Elijah Haven. He's like,
oh, yeah.
So I mean, like the next big guy.
I remember Flynn worked out with him or saw him throw or something once. He's like, hey, do you know about this kid? This is like years ago.
Yeah.
Felt like, what, this kid at Dunham? He's real good.
Well, apparently he's a 6'5" left tackle as well. Joshua
Nice.
Baychok, yeah.
Nice. That was a great highlight. I saw that one that you were just watching.
All right. Pontoon parlay, and then ask the bench. Okay, you know what? This is stinky, guys. But I'm so constantly, I've disrespected him so much through the years. I'm going to ride with him here. Illinois on the road to Penn State. Illinois getting 18. I don't trust Drew Allard that much not to win this game by 18. Not when he's going up against that Illinois secondary. Give me Illinois plus 18.
Yeah, that's a lot of points. I mean, it does feel stinky. It does feel sneaky. I get that because it's so many points, but I mean, when Illinois loses, it's typically not.
That's what I'm saying.
In a blowout
and
fashion
it's like,
either.
And it's like Illinois is stronger than Bowling Green is, and they played him well. And it's like Drew Allard has not faced a secondary like Illinois yet.
Right. I agree. No, I agree.
Give me Illinois. All right, Jake, who'd you say you're going again?
I'm going Navy -3 on the road against UAB.
Okay. And Alondra?
I think I'm going to take Arkansas plus 5.5 over A&M.
You know the thing I appreciate about Alondra's picks?
No fear.
Yes. It is always a game.
No fear.
It is always a bigger game.
Yes.
It's always a game like that is, major
Alondra
SEC
picks the
or
games
major
that
Big
I am
12.
scared to pick, without a doubt.
Yes.
And she picks them with her chest out.
No doubt. I can appreciate it.
Clear eyes, open heart. Tay-Tay?
Yeah, I was talking about it earlier. I like Boston College -13 over Western Kentucky.
Is that in Boston College?
Yeah, that's at Boston College. Western Kentucky, they're 3-1, but the only good team they played is Alabama, and Bama put up 63 on them. Boston College hadn't allowed anybody to score more than 27 all year long.
I got a good feeling about this parlay, guys. I got a really good feeling about this parlay. Remember, bet all the individual legs too, guys. All right, Ask the Bench, brought by Cole Kirsch Light. Visit our Tilter Blue Moon Lot. Sky, citrus sweet. Ask the Bench. What do you think about the inner chat fighting? Nasty things said. Look, man. I love chats and everything else, but it's like I told my wife yesterday. If you go to the comment section of anything looking for positivity or just really, there's nothing for you there. You have to go there knowing you're basically walking into the salty spittoon.
Yeah.
It's all a bunch of yelling and anger and sometimes like fun and happiness too, but like it's always just one step away from a bar fight breaking out.
Yeah, that's what all chats are. I mean, message boards. Like if somebody continues to talk nice about you on a message board, you have truly broken into a territory that not a lot of people live in. You know, it is what it is.
Alondra, did I actually do an HR violation?
I think they're making it.
Okay.
You said chest out.
I mean, that's a saying, guys.
Yeah.
Let's all relax.
Ask the bench. Les Miles. She has the chest to be here. Is that an HR? That's getting closer, isn't it? Ask the bench. Who's the third greatest LSU quarterback of all time?
Matt Flynn.
Danny Dimes.
Tommy Hodson, honestly.
Matt Flynn. I love Tommy. Love Tommy. Matt
Herb
Flynn.
Tyler.
Matt Flynn, Matt Mock, national champs. Can't take that away from him. Warren Rab, shout out, champions.
Ask the bench.
I mean, it is a crazy question because like Jamarcus Russell, Burt Jones.
Yeah. I mean,
actually,
there's
we
some
know who
good
the
ones
top
up
two are, but the third's actually a fascinating question.
What was the maddest you've ever seen a coach when playing football?
Ooh.
I don't know about personally. The thing that me jumps in my head is the Muschamp saving clip.
I'll play this clip on Monday if I remember. One of my high school teammates, he played at LSU here. We were playing Mississippi State. I think it was my freshman year, Jefferson Pilot game. It was hotter than hell. Philip Maxwell got a block in the back penalty on punt return. And when I say Nick Saban met him at the hash, he met him at the hash and MF'd him all the way to the sideline. I'm pretty sure he grabbed him by the pads maybe even. I don't know, I have to check the clip. But I could hear every single cuss word that Saban was using, and like I was still on the field for offense, and I could hear him on the sideline.
That's old school.
In Tiger Stadium.
Ask the bench, did you hear about the high school freshman with size 23 feet and 9.5-inch hands from tip of the finger to bottom of the hand?
Is what?
9.5 inches from tip of the finger to the bottom of the hand.
I wonder what mine would be.
I think I'm like 7.5. I've measured it before. That's crazy.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
You got a tape measure?
Yeah, we actually do.
He's made the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah.
That is massive, dude.
I feel like that's look. Is that not close to 9?
You're probably close to 9.5. But exactly, you have freakish hands, though.
That's true. What Fave called me? Mickey Mouse hands?
Size, yeah. You got the cartoon hands.
Hey,
size 23. I love the song from...
Let's hear your best Mickey Mouse.
My voice in my throat.
Oh, wow.
Hi, guys.
Oh, ooh.
Hey, Taylor, open your mouth. You're not going to stop us now. What's the song from Runaway Railroad? It's a good ride.
We got like 30 seconds left. Hey, a game that everybody should watch this weekend that's not on your radar, that is going to have playoff implications, I promise you. FS1, 9 p.m. Central Time on Saturday. Washington State 4-0 at number 25 Boise State. That's going to have playoff implications. Washington State, don't look now. The Cougs are on fire.
I don't think I don't like Boise leaving for the Pac-12 anymore. I've decided. Anyway, we love you guys. We'll see you on Monday. More OTB.
Off the bench.
Yeah, I used up all my voice on inflation anger, Nookie. That's correct. But hey, you know who is still affordable, transparent, ready to help you? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness, okay? YourGoodwood.com. Let's stop settling for mediocrity in our life, in our sex life, okay? Let's maximize our potential. Let's walk around feeling confident like we used to, or maybe like you never have. ED happens, man. Don't be embarrassed, okay? Don't be embarrassed. Get there and let them customize whether it's ED, maybe some low T, maybe low energy, whatever it is. Get to Goodwood and let them customize a plan to get you where you want to be. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Go to YourGoodwood.com.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And Don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.